Good evening, everybody. How you doing? Welcome in. It's Tuesday. Primal. Welcome. Pi. Hello. I actually have to modify that one. I think it'll work. Oh, I just realized I need to hide some things on this screen. Hang on a second. That needs to go away. That needs to go away. All right. And I usually move my camera up. See, I should have done all this before, but that's okay. We're doing it now. Hey, don't do that. There we go. Hey, Abstractism. How was everybody today? I hope you had a good Tuesday. I hope you had a good Monday, too. It's been crazy. Wolf Soul. Crudus. Greetings of good health to you, too. Fantastic day. Just humid. I mean, like, legitimately humid. It's like 73 degrees in here. Maybe even maybe 72, I don't know. It feels like it's 80. Like 80 or 85. All right. Let's play some Return to Monkey Island. I know I've got 2 keys left. I couldn't figure out how they worked. Or how to get them. So I have 3. And Wildy, she's lost hers. You said Tuesday. Yeah, today's Tuesday. But the last time I streamed was Sunday, so I want to make sure people had a good Monday also. It snowed there today, Crudus. Wow, okay. Did you get a lot, or was it just like, I don't know how much snow you get, if you're like where we are, where you never see snow. What's a lot for you? And did you get a lot? Where were we? That's right. We were actually in the courthouse. Mr. Incognito, good to see you. I feel like it's been a little while. Has it been a little while? Hey, Killick.
Do you remember where we were?
Kind of, but remind me a little. I absolutely love this feature in this game. It took me like 2 streams to figure this out, but if you don't know what just happened here, when you load a save game, it will give you an opportunity for it to summarize what you've done up to this point. I've never seen a game do this before. This is like the coolest thing in the world. How many times you've played a game and then had to put it down for like a month and come back later and be like, now where the hell was I? This game helps. It's an awesome feature. I can't believe I never knew it existed until I played it. Not a lot. Clearing the driveway was easy because you jumped on it early. Oh, you must be in a place where you can actually do that. For us, clearing the driveway would be pointless because we can't go anywhere anyway. It'd just be ice, and they're not going to come and clear the streets, and I don't feel like ending up in the ocean or a swamp.
Kind of. But remind me a little?
Okay. So the secret of Monkey Island was in a safe at the voodoo shop, and I was looking for the 5 golden keys that would open it. I already had 3, so there were just 2 keys left to go.
See?
I wasn't sure where LeChuck or Captain Madison were, but I was sure they were up to something. Karina, the voodoo lady, had gone missing. Wally, too. Elaine was on Scurvy Island, working on stuff for the Marley Foundation. Stan was in prison in an ice quarry. There was a lot to think about, but I was keeping my to-do list up to date, and the main thing was finding those golden keys.
That feature is great. He even called out the fact that I had 3 of the 5 keys, and I need 2 more. So it is really fairly well tailored to your events, and I guess that's probably tied into your to-do list somehow. I mean, it can obviously see what has been flagged here. For 8-Bit Gamers, how you doing this evening? Welcome in. I'm actually really blown away by this game's feature set. It's got some really cool ideas. Okay. So, wait a minute.
I'm no expert, but this stuff looks as shady as an oak tree in a cave. This should be enough evidence to lock Stan up for a very long time.
That's right. We need to figure out how to... We need to get Ned's... Oh, wait. We need to somehow get Ned's signature.
Looks like Ned had a valid accounting license on 26 islands, including the District of Columbia.
On some kind of a affidavit. Oh yeah, that's from the cave. Okay, so basically we can talk to the
bench, Your Honor.
You may approach the bench.
Basically, we have this case that we can file against Stan. You know, Stan, the salesman dude. And we have the evidence against him that would prove that he's fraudulent and that Lazy Crypt would bring in Saturn. Hey, Epic! Hidey-ho butt cheeks? Wait a minute. Where's the camera located here? I don't understand. Are you calling me a butthead? How you doing, Lazy Crypt? Not so sure about you, Epic. I'm just kidding. How you doing, Epic? I'm joking, man. How you doing this week? All right, so what is the legal status of the Royal Challenges? Hang on a minute. Let me see what this is.
Your Honor, what is the legal status of the Royal Challenges?
The traditional Bermudian contests of hardiness, seriousness, and intelligence have been ruled to be fully constitutional. Does the plaintiff need more information?
I seek to inquire... Oh, okay. I think I missed this last time.
I seek to inquire about the contest of hardiness.
Statute 45, Section 2, Subsection A states, the contest of hardiness is an eating contest. You must eat more fish than the queen, or she less than you.
So I actually have already beat her in that one. It's the other 2 I need help with. Your sleep schedule is mangled again, so... Oh, dude, I'm sorry to hear that. I hate that. That's like the one thing that I just beg and plead that I keep is my sleeping schedule.
I seek to inquire about the contest of seriousness.
Statute 46, Section VI, Subsection U states, The contest of seriousness is what we call a stone face contest. Whoever laughs first is the loser. Upon appeal to a higher court, the telling of jokes was ruled to be allowed. Further appeal to the Supreme Court found the actual encouragement of jokes to be fair.
MST, how you doing, man? Yeah, okay. What about intelligence?
I seek to inquire about the contest of intelligence.
Statute 46, Section XIIVII, subsection D, parenthesis I, states, the contest of intelligence is an advanced algebra quiz. Said quiz shall be timed and binding. Upon appeal, it was ruled that the algebra questions can include questions involving polynomials, but not integration of unknown terms. Do you know advanced algebra?
I'm pretty sure I got an A. I'm also pretty sure I cheated.
Order! Order in the court! There is no cheating allowed.
He did ask. Does Your Honor accept bribes? Asking for a friend.
Does Your Honor accept bribes? Asking for a friend.
Order! Order in the court! One more insinuation like that and you'll be in the ice quarry for life.
I'll let my friend know.
Yeah, good idea.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court is adjourned.
Wait a minute, dude. I was talking to
May I
you.
approach the bench, Your Honor?
You may approach the bench.
Okay, so what I was actually going to look into is, I know I have this evidence. Let's see if I missed something at the end of last stream.
Your Honor, may I inquire about the case of Everyone v. Stan?
Sales and marketing people like Stan are a blight on society, to be sure, but a month was all I could give him. The case lacked evidence. If there had been any legally binding evidence, I would have given him 10 years with no chance for parole. Court is adjourned.
Okay, so this evidence should lead to Stan having 9.5 more years in prison, because I think currently his sentence is only 6 months. Now, I don't know exactly why we want to do that.
Your Honor, I resubmit these incriminating financial documents as Exhibit A in Everyone v. Stan.
There's in white and poofy.
Evidence is so entered. The court requires that Ned Filigree swear an affidavit if said evidence is to be accepted.
I can swear like a sailor, if that helps.
Order! Order in the court! Opposing counsel will refrain from vulgar language in this court.
Okay.
For the court, I can state that I'm Ned Filigree.
This court can establish vis-a-vis customs documents that your name is
I think
actually
I got it.
Guybrush Threepwood Esquire. If
Esquire.
I don't get order, I will clear the court.
Hey,
the court
Captain.
can only accept said documents when accompanied by a sworn affidavit of the person who is legally Ned Filigree. Court is adjourned.
Okay. Uh-huh. Is that him? It occurred to me I might be able to stick it in that frame.
Order! Order in the court. The court has previously recognized Ned's depth of knowledge in accounting. Do not waste the court's time by submitting redundant evidence.
Wait a minute. Now, why can I do that, then? Hey, Dark Max. This puzzle's quite puzzling. I don't understand why I'm able to put that in the frame. Am I able to take that out of the frame? Oh. I guess once it's in the frame, it's there for good. Alright. Which means it's likely required.
It's the judicial order for Stan's imprisonment. It says he only has 1 month left.
Oh, yeah. The trivial term of 1 month. That's right, not 6 months. Okay. Can't put that there. Okay, so I'm not sure what I can do with that. Actually, is there anything else?
XYZZY.
Oh, yeah.
Guess it doesn't work everywhere.
That's that sign that moves us back to the entrance of the cave if we get stuck.
Ah, limey. You can smell the ascorbic acid.
You can smell the ascorbic acid. Okay. So I want to say we've bested her in the eating contest, right? Oh, no, we haven't. We didn't. We didn't win the contest of heartiness. Heartiness. Let's see. So which one do we have? Got the blowfish. Sorry, leave your thoughts. Oh, you're not using Twitch as often as you... No, I understand. That's fine. I'm just glad to see you here. Yeah, unfortunately, people do come and go.
I loaded them with demon pepper.
And that's okay. Didn't mean to call you out like that. That wasn't my point, though. Just glad to see you. Okay, seriousness, intelligence, and haughtiness. So yeah, if you've not played this game, I'm actually really impressed with it. It's, a lot of times games that revisit these classic series like this don't always pan out very well, and they can be good, but they might be a little mild. I mean, take what is it? Laurie and Corey Cole, the creators of Heroes Quest, did Hero U, I think it was. That was enjoyable, but it still didn't have the strength that, Quest for Glory did. This actually seems to have all of it. I won't say it's as good as 1 or 2, but it's really enjoyable. Let's see if we ring this and get this contest going.
Today's challenge fish is Slimehead. Wait a moment. The bucket of plenty contains no plenty. There are no fish here whatsoever, and the contest cannot be held without fish. Everyone
go home. I forgot to put fish in the stupid bucket. Wait a minute. I got an idea. So what if I leave? You played Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 yesterday, and the tutorial alone took 6 hours to complete. I seem to remember the first one was quite a few hours to complete as well. That seems to have become pretty normal. Hey, Pi. Why am I not part of the save and raid every year? Believe it or not, I've never actually signed up to join them. And not a complaint here, by the way. I usually do get pulled into it at some point. I shouldn't say usually. I have been pulled into it a couple of times. Either they just had an empty slot and they were hoping I could fill it, which I don't have a problem doing. Usually it's just timing. I have so little time.
Hello.
That slime heads.
They're slimy and pointy. I'd like to get a new box of slime heads.
I'll put it on your tab.
Thanks.
Wait. Okay. So is the bucket still got the demon pepper slime heads? So, what are they doing this year anyway? Do you know? I haven't looked yet. Last year I didn't do it. It was Half-Life, right? I think it was the first one. Why is it empty now?
It's an empty bucket.
Darn it, so that's not
fishy,
it.
Though.
I was hoping...
Today's contest of hardiness will feature Slimehead.
I was hoping maybe I could use the non-spicy slime heads. When the queen goes to eat them, she grabs one of the demon pepper ones she can't eat anymore and loses the contest. But apparently the game says, no, you can't do that. So we're gonna...
That ought to give it some zip.
Zip.
It's filled with Slimehead and demon pepper.
And demon pepper. Don't need to do that again. I do have another possibility.
If you would each now select your first fish and place it on the plate in front of you. Mr. Threepwood, we are waiting for you to place your fish on the plate.
It's filled with Slimehead and demon pepper.
Let's just take a peppered one. But,
Maybe a bit spicy.
Let the eating commence! Well, it seems that both contestants are having some trouble. I declare this contest a draw. Contestants may now seek medical attention if they so desire.
need to pick those things up with like 6-foot tongs. Okay. What was my idea? I can get...
Hello.
No epic.
I'd like to get a new box of slime heads.
I'll put it on your tab.
Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. Happy little pyramids. Happy little pyramids. Welcome in, Ustra Azu. Welcome in. Babylon Zul. How are you doing? Jumi Yumi, good to see you as well. Ghostly, also good to see you there. Welcome in, Raiders. Gregor, limit up, sir. Oh, I've got something on. I need to turn that off. Hang on a second. There we go. Welcome in, everybody. And there's Echo. Let me catch up here real quick. Peter Steves, you said, oh, hi, tomorrow. Oh, you got tomorrow off. Also, if you have an exam on Friday, so oof, but it is also a good excuse to relax all day with no worries while you study. Well, good luck on that. Enjoy your time off, I guess, right? Nice. God, I could use tomorrow off. Echo, good to see you there. Oh, you know what? My camera is sitting there. Sorry. I usually put it on the other side. Hang on a second, chatters and raiders and all you folks out there. I got to fix something because I'm a bit of a doofus. I put it on the wrong side. Let me flip. There we go. All right. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Bitterman, and yeah, we like to play old games here, but not tonight. Tonight we're playing Return to Monkey Island. Getting close to the end of it. I wouldn't say I'm really close, but I'm on the past the halfway point. Normally, you're going to catch us on Tuesday nights. I'm usually playing things like LucasArts and Sierra games. I'm kind of curious, what are you guys' favorite games? Do you have a particular publisher or a series that you enjoy, or just one game that you absolutely can't stop playing? I can always tell when Stephen Malofsky shows up. I get booed. How you doing, Stephen? Adventure Josh.
Shoot him now!
Aww.
Want a hint?
That's right, you stupid son of a bitch!
Come on, then. You want to go? You want some artsy-fartsy?
Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. Nice. Ostra Azuk. You know what? That's my favorite Quest for Glory right there. I don't know if it's my favorite. I doubt it's my favorite game all time. I could have a hard time coming up with what's my favorite game, but that is absolutely my all-time favorite Quest for Glory is Shadow of Darkness by a landslide. Yep. Let's see. You're on your 5th playthrough of the original Dragon's Dogma. Wow. I think it's just Alarm.
Right
I think.
hat, man.
Pick up the pirate. Oh, it is that time of day, isn't it? Hang on one moment. One of the funny things we like to do on this channel is also wear silly hats. And when it comes to Monkey Island, well, this is just appropriate. You loved a detailed turn-based RPG. Oh, yeah. Run every speedrun category in the past 2. You were obsessed with QFG4. That was to me one of the best Sierra titles from that era. Even though it was probably one of the buggiest, it was one of the best. Easily one of the best. Crunchy mechanics that you can barely come to grips with. Let's see. Yep, that it does. That it does. And it does. It's a Google sheet, so like a Google spreadsheet.
Slap my sister and call me Billy Bob.
With a full list of all the commands on the channel. Hold on to your butt. Somebody's got good news. I'm always good for good news. We need plenty of good news. Tell me some good news. You just saved a bunch of money on your car insurance, didn't you? Ooh, is this Babylon Zul's then from good news?
That's the stupidest thing I ever heard.
Ooh, Pool of Radiance, Dungeon Master, Star Trail series. Those are your speed. Yeah. Send good news. I think Babylon Zul might be wondering what the good news is there, Echo. I don't know. Or I don't know. Hey, PS1, how you doing? It's good to see you there. We're going to blow up the moon. No, that doesn't sound good at all. Could you imagine what would happen to our title system? Someone just called the PS1 startup sound stupid? No, I didn't hear that. Ikey dicky.
Uh-oh, spaghetti-o.
Floof news.
Gregor, 9.
9. Meow. There's a floof.
Of course you do.
I'm not sure about this. You okay, Mystic? Oh, I missed what Jewel said. Oh, you adopted a kitty. Yes, I see that now. Sorry, I got distracted. You adopted a kitty. Are you in my Discord, or if you've got a picture to somebody else's Discord? You know, you got a picture? You want to share? We love kitty cats. And how old is this kitty cat? Did you rescue? Is it a kitten? That is awesome.
Waka waka.
They're slimy, all right. And not just the heads.
You're detecting a severe lack of cat jam in here. I mean, we have a cat. He jams up the works quite well. 5 months old, female rescue. Aw, that's sweet. And being a rescue at only 5 months, she's still young enough that she should attach pretty easily to you. You don't have to deal with the brattiness of an adult cat. Sometimes they get a little difficult to... Like watching Kilgore's 2 cats when he got them. I think they were a couple of years old. And one of them, he had a hard time. They barely would approach him even a year later. Apparently, it was a problem with the tab complete. Ooh. Took her all of about literally 5 minutes to make herself at home. Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of mystic. He didn't really he was a teeny tiny kitten when we got him, but he didn't have too much difficulty, thankfully. He's pretty happy. You'll stretch the stance alert, no problem. Thank you so much, Mr. Azul. Did we get a shout out? I know we got one shout out. I'm gonna do another because I don't think I followed you. I'll grab a follow on that. Oh, I do have you followed. Yep. I thought so. Oh, yeah. Yes, the game does this when you click out of the window. Oh, that's a precious kitty. My wife's like, let me see. She's scrambling to get off the couch right over here.
Just see the baby.
He's like, I'm right here. You just stepped over me. She is adorable.
Pretty kitty.
5 months old. She doesn't look it. She looks like she's a year old.
Yeah. She's a big girl.
Uh-huh. You might have a really big cat by the time she's full grown.
She's at least very mature.
Yeah.
Very cute. Beautiful kitty.
Look at that chill little floofer, right? She's actually tiny. Yeah, I guess relative. I mean, well, for one thing, the way she's laying kind of makes it hard to know her length because she's laying a bit diagonal to the camera. But just looking at the Kleenex box, we got one similar to that one, just different graphics sitting right over. Oh, yeah. Still, she's adorable. She's absolutely adorable. Hopefully, so we can touch her. So, yeah. Anyway. I hope, I hope that she is as gentle as Mystic is. And he's like, what? Gentle? He stopped and looked at me. And sweet. I hope she turns out to be just as gentle and sweet. Yet a discussion on what Zool and Lady Zool should call her. He told them Frog because of their dogs named Smokey and Bandit. What was Jerry Reed's character's name? I forget now. You couldn't, well... I know Frog was, oh Lord, I can't think of the actress's name. Sally Fields, yeah. Snowman, that's it. Cletus Snowman Snow, that's it. I'm sitting here going, Flying Nun. What's the girl's name? Snowman may not make sense. Snow could work, though. But yeah, people might be confused because she's white. But no, Frog would be good too. I can see that. Are PSU units that have a half-life like food rations? Can't believe how much response you get on an old CPU that is advertised for sale at the moment. And I'm aware of something? I'm not sure I understand what you're asking. My brain didn't process that for some reason. Have a shelf life like food. They shouldn't. No. They shouldn't. I mean, any electronics can fail just sitting on the shelf over time, but I mean, we've got enough evidence. Heck, I got PCs next to me that are, 25 plus years old that are evidence of they can be used or sit on a shelf and not be used and still be fine. Should be. No, you're fine. I think I figured it out. Maybe. By the way, you won't be joining Friday night. This and next week, you got a project at your company, but yeah, no, that's fine. Work first, work, life, and family first. They always come first. This kitty is the sweetest thing in the world. Oh, awesome, Babylon Zool. We have a pet group just for that particular thing. Post as many pictures as you want of your kitty. We'd love it. And sorry for the pop. I didn't mean to into the microphone. That was my fault. I could even hear it in my headset. It was pretty loud. All right, so currently on Return to Monkey Island, this is what we're... Oops, that's not it. This is what we're doing. We need 5 keys to open the secret of Monkey Island. We finally located the secret of Monkey Island. It's here on Monkey Island. Or on Melee Island, excuse me. It's in a box, and it requires 5 keys to open. I've got 3 of them. I need 2 more. I need Bella Fisher's golden key. I know where that is. I've got to get the flag from the fish shop. I'm not sure how to do that. And then become a high-ranking chum. I'm still kind of working on that. I guess I just need to keep looking for the fishing lures hanging off people's hats or shirts or whatever and tell them stories. Then I need to get the real museum's flag, or the museum's real flag, pardon me, because I got the fake one. And then, let's see, the quarantine ship flag. I don't know why I really need all those flags, but whatever. Let's see. Then for the Bermuda key, I got to beat these 3 contests. I got something happening here with the hardiness contest. Just don't know how to actually win it because I keep frying both of us. Also need to get these case files to the judge and get Stan's sentence increased from 1 month to 10 years. Speaking of PSUs, you watched a video of Gerbauer earlier. 5090 GPUs are already burning up again. Yeah, I saw something about that. This time it's not just the connector, the whole load balancing that can burn the entire cable. Wow. Holy crap. I mean, that's kind of the thing. If it's happening at such a high rate as as they lead you to believe, how could they not see that happening in testing? That doesn't make something's not right here to me. Because that seems like way too high a risk for them to allow that to come out knowingly, considering it could literally start a fire. Not to mention damage multi-$1,000 PCs. I mean, the video card alone, a 5090's got to be, what, $2,000? And people aren't going to buy the cheapest, Ryzen PC they can find to stick that in it. On his test bench, the power cable reached a temp of 150 degrees Celsius. Well, that's a little bit toasty. Speaking of Bermuda, avoid buying premium pastries and sweets when you were there. Why do you say that, Primal? They probably asked ChatGPT if it'll be okay. Will this cable be okay? No, you should really upgrade your cable's gauge from 18 to, 8. Oh my God, I can't believe I missed that joke. Avoid buying premium pastries and sweets when you were there. The pirates of the Caribbean are out of this world. The pirates of the Caribbean are out of this world. Pirates. I love it. Okay, that's fair. And for Dark Mechs, that's on your behalf, by the way. You think sometimes your manufacturer behaves different from your test run. Sometimes workloads differ from your test run. I mean, I believe that, but it seems such a high rate. I just have a hard time believing or at least, now I say it happens at a high rate. They tried to tell people that the number of, Pentos that would blow up back in the early 70s was enough that you should be terrified. And I think there was only like 6 that ever blew up or caught on fire out of the literal tens of thousands that were produced. So what is a high rate to these people? I mean, 1 is more than too many for something dangerous. But if it's only 1 or even a dozen at this point, I guess I could see their QAs not picking up on it because they would probably never hit that combination. Apparently the main issue is that particular connector cable, has a headroom of only 5%, with the old Molex Minifit Junior had like 60%. Oh, wow. Yeah. I knew what you meant. Not Braode. I knew you meant broad. But yeah, that's. I'm sitting here trying to think about it logically, Josh. I really don't know. But I know that those kinds of events tend to get picked up heavily on YouTube videos and social media because it's a really negative event of a very high-profile company, and thus it's not unprecedented to see people take advantage of that and make a huge deal out of it. And it is a big deal. Like I said, something dangerous, one, is more than that should ever happen. But if they're making a big deal like it's, you're going to burn your house down just because you bought one, what are really the odds? Have you bought any games Have I bought any games in the past? Well, of course, yeah. Actually, I bought quite a few. I bought this one. This one I didn't get for free. I actually pre-ordered Return to Monkey Island because I was really looking forward to play it. Now, it came out 2 years ago, almost exactly 2 years ago. But I wanted to play through, 1 through 5 before we got to this one again. I just wanted to play the whole series. I wanted to remember the characters, the stories, the basic jokes, and things like that. Hey, Yuli. Desperate Foster's is exactly what you'd expect. From Envy at this point. Yeah. You can see it. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep. There you go. I forgot about that.
It's a big world. I'm confident I'll find a use for this soon.
What about retro games? I haven't bought any retro games lately. Mainly been trying to find a fix for the Windows XP machine, which is a video card. What's that? That's true.
Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic. Stunning high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score, and musical effects. Not to mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush.
Go out and buy Loom today. Thank you for that, Winter Slice. How you doing this evening? I actually misspoke, Mr. Incognito. Coffee, my wife, she reminded me. I did buy a retro game just not even a couple of weeks ago. I bought her The Sims 1 and 2, was it Gold or whatever? The one that just came out, the remaster. So, do what? Yeah, the 25-year birthday bundle. You can't really watch since your internet is still buggered, really. But I have a piratey from Cobb. Well, thank you, Winter Slice. I'm sorry about your internet, man. I know it's been going for a while. So it means you need a fine retro video card before any new PC games. Yeah, primarily, because I've actually got 2, and both of them don't work. And the board and everything else is fine. I can stick known working video cards in it, and it runs great. In fact, the video card that I'm using in the Pentium II, I tested it in, and it runs great. Yeah. So, if you buy games, can you really make it as a pirate? Depends. Pirate a pirate game, that kind of thing. Let's see. All right. Oh, and yeah, Yuli, I had forgotten about this horse armor being the pre-order, I guess, badge. I don't know really how to describe that. I forgot about that. Let's see. How do we neutralize Demon Pepper?
Hey, Guybrush!
It's Otis, back in the same prison cell. Oh
Let's
yeah,
visit
nothing
again
left.
soon.
We know where Stan
People
is.
call my people.
Have your people call my people. No, I don't want to. With Angel's Milk? What? Everything free. This is where... There's the secret of Monkey Island right there. We only have 2 of the keys, though. And I don't think there's anything else that's... What was the key for this shift? Oh, that's it. Tab. That's right. Tab shows all clickable areas. Is it difficult for you to find the video? Unfortunately, it is a little difficult. For one thing, most of the most appropriate video cards from that era are ones that stand a chance to be affected by the capacitor plague. This is from around 2005. And I'm also looking for one that's not necessarily going to break the bank, but also I don't want to get one that's low end that won't work well with most 3D games. That's another problem. I wanted to be able to at least play games up to around 2007 or so.
I hear patio dining is all the rage these days. You could think of this as a head start on renovations.
Insurance would probably have helped.
Hey, bye. A hint.
Are you done with the cookbook? I'd like it back.
No, you can't take it. With my bar gone and no hope to repair it, this is all I have left.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I think I got it now.
Not done with my drink.
Wait a minute.
That was refreshing.
Wait a second. Given our motto is a restaurant reviewer, patio dining is all the rage, might as well have come from him. Wait, he's a restaurant reviewer? I didn't know that. That's the first time I'd ever heard that. Or at least, I think so. Oh, wait a minute.
What are you drinking?
Soda with a twist of avocado. It might be a little fizzy for your grog palates.
I think I have an idea. Apparently the connector is rated for a 9 amp per pin. Derbauer measured 23 amps on one of the 4 rails, 11 amps on another one, and 6 each on the remaining 2. Huh. Oh, he actually voiced the food critic in the game Lucy Dreaming. I didn't know that.
Not done with my drink.
Hello.
Let's see.
Hey, how about a burping contest?
He posts about his food critic work on Mastodon. I didn't know that. That is really funny. I haven't touched Mastodon in a long time, back when I started trying to find an alternative to Twitter. Did that drink give him a boost?
Aye, well done. I hereby declare this a draw.
And it wasn't just a rare but normal nothing is 100% manufacturing material issue. This sounds like someone really messed up. Huh. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, blow up. Okay, so we've got this.
Gross. Looks like day-old avocado soup. Gross. Looks like day-old avocado soup.
So I don't get it. Why is it not giving me the option to drink like it did before?
Not done with my drink.
Maybe it's another timed thing, a la the grog. Oh, no, 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 no.
I think I'll browse today's catch.
You'll find none better.
Ooh, that was refreshing. Hey, how about a burping contest?
Always.
Distributing demand across various power inputs is a pretty essential thing. You're pretty sure that it's closely monitored by the card, especially on NV, from what you've read on Igor's lab. Oh, we got good ones now. I think I won.
You win again.
Okay, so what does that mean? I win the burping contest? Of course, it's not even on here. Interesting. All right. That's right. Yeah, move the camera. It was underneath the chat, and I didn't mean to leave it there, but I wanted to get it off the left side of the screen because it would be covering up the inventory. So. All right. Kind of stuck. All right, so we know. I need to figure out this whole contest thing. Like the intelligence, the seriousness. I don't get it. And why can I put that in the frame? Like, why would I put Ned's license in that frame? How do I get the judge to take Stan's financial records? Where do I find Ned? Has everything to do with that bait and switch, but... Oh! I'm pregnant with excitement. What? Seriously? With excitement? Pregnant with Oh, I got it now. I got it now. I get it. I was a little slow. But thank you for...
Incoming ads for you non-subscribers. Use your Twitch Prime now.
Okay, I think I need to get this book. Because or I just need to get another one of Carla's books, one from her library. But I bet you it won't let me take it until I get that recipe book back.
Wait your turn.
Oh, shut up, dude.
I have to return the book I borrowed first.
Exactly. Okay, so what books do I have? Oh, I didn't go. I should have gone to the dock. There we go. He's definitely got some issues, doesn't he? I have no idea. It's like I've got an idea of what's going on.
You should probably put out the rest of these flames.
Thanks, I'll do that.
You should probably put out the rest of these flames.
Thanks, I'll do that.
Okay, so he doesn't want to talk to us. This guy's like, I mean, really? Does he have to keep doing this?
Are you done with the cookbook? I'd like it back.
No, you can't take it. With my bar gone and no hope to repair it, this is all I have left.
Having it verified by somebody like Bauer at least means that NVIDIA will take it a little more serious and look into it without just calling it user error. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Let's see, is there a recipe book down here? I think there is. Empty box, pasta. I thought there was a recipe book in here, but I guess not. He's a little depressed, isn't he? You love having cold, sparkling water when chilling at the end of the day. The simple things in life. I actually appreciate that very much myself. Okay, I know I saw another recipe book somewhere. I thought I did. Have a glass of sparkling milk? If the milk is sparkling, you might want to check to make sure there's not like glass in it or something. Did you manage to finish the story practice? The story practice? Story practice?
Are you sure I can't have the joke book back?
It's boring reading it over and over, but it's better than nothing.
Hang in there, Bob.
Still not funny.
Incoming ads for you non-subscribers. Use your Twitch Prime now.
All right, I am going to take that. The Chums. Oh, I didn't finish the story practice. No, I'm going to work on that too. I really want to get those challenges. They're driving me crazy. All right, give me just a few minutes for these ads. We'll be right back after these commercials. And yeah, we'll figure something out. right. Thank you for that. Let's see. Notice Dittaman didn't do his thing when I went on break. Weird. Let's see. Apparently, Igor's lab has stated they are looking into reported issues. Oh, no, it did do its thing. It's just more chat there. Let's see. Love having cold sparkling water. Oh, yeah. No, it didn't do it. Weird. I don't know why. Although the article is just vaguely refers to defective 5090s. Card not functioning is very different based on different beast from insanely overloading a power connector cable. Of course, burning out cables is still a defective card. Yeah. Well, if that's true, I guess what you're saying, I don't really know for sure what you're saying, but it kind of sounds like you're saying it may not be that common. I mean, clearly there's going to be defective products. That's virtually impossible to eliminate. It's how badly defective they are. It's one thing if a piece breaks off. It's another if it sets it on fire. Okay, so...
I wouldn't want to wake him up.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. But to be honest, NVIDIA can look into it as much as they want. The only way to fix it long term will be a different connector that is significantly more overspaced and getting those insane power requirements under control. Otherwise, what will be their solution for the 5090 Ti? They are already running a 600 watt connector at 575 dual. Huh. No. Some people apparently just have black screens. Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, what are they going to do? In that case, then it sounds like it's significantly tied into just a limitation in the current options for connectors, perhaps? Or did they choose a bad connector? Is there a better option that we currently have available to us? You know, that kind of thing. It's very rare for there to be any place for such a powerful connector in a consumer system anyway, yeah. Okay. So he has a book I could try and get, but how am I going to get the book from him? He won't even really discuss taking the book away. We've been to Terror Island. And neither of those guys are chums. Not a member of Chums.
Have a look at this flyer on Limes.
You already showed us your lie-filled science tomfoolery.
Take your science jibber-jabber and leave before you catch scurvy.
Can I have your flag? They came up with this connector specifically to address the exploding power demand of their GPUs. Man, they've been addressing exploding power demand of GPUs since like the 6800. It has done nothing but like double, triple, quadruple in some cases. It's like that rate is increasing too. Like they're getting faster and faster in their demands. Instead of the PSU motherboard connector, there is nothing even remotely close to it in desktop, and that's probably it. Maybe that is the catalyst to get them to say, to make this problem be safe and not be an issue, we need to upgrade this. Like the PCIe slots can supply just 75 watts, yeah. The 12VH PWR is a Molex Microfit Junior. It's literally just a smaller version of the standard PCIe mainboard connector, but your Molex Minifit Juniors, they could have just used a 12-pin Minifit. Yeah, because power supplies come with them where it's a 12-pin and then you can split it and it's 2 6-pins. I mean, it's okay. I get you. I will ask.
Can I have your flag?
Did you not hear me? Scurvy! On board! Quarantine!
Well, you could just toss it down to me.
Best not to risk it. It's probably crawling with scurvy, trust me.
Yeah, I didn't know how much power those PCIe slots actually could
Don't let
pass.
the scurvy bite you.
Don't let the scurvy bite you.
Hey, Murray.
Have you tried scurvy? It would suit you.
I'm sensing a generally negative attitude directed at visitors.
You have the deductive power of a cantaloupe.
They could have even combined 2 8-pin connectors into one, do some power balancing, and be done with it. And where is Ned? Ned, where have you gone, man? Is there something I missed on Terror Island?
Death waits for all who enter. I'd turn back if I were ye. Yeah, I'd better not get any closer. Rest in pieces. I might catch something. Or something might catch me. I'll make a note of this, so I can remember. Did that just move? I thought I saw it move. This place doesn't like visitors.
Being able to use all the power was kind of all NVIDIA and company had to stay ahead of high performance per watt GPUs like Apple's, who are more interested in saving power than being top performance. We'll be sad if they lose that advantage. Yeah, true. So let's see, we have Slimy Grotto, the unlucky place, to a twisting path, mysterious clearing, bizarre grove. Let's go to the Slimy Grotto. I know I've been to all of these. Icky moldy overhang.
Yeah, it's like a slow crashing wave of spores.
The unlucky place. Hey, Victus!
This place gives me that lonely feeling. I'm sure I'm a more skilled survivalist and have nothing to worry about.
How you doing tonight, huh? And this is to the cave, which I'm not going to deal with. I've already dealt with that.
It's getting hard to tell the flora from the fauna.
Really not much overlap between Apple's and NVIDIA's market, you'd say. Don't really think Apple's are used anywhere except as integrated GPUs in their systems. I was going to say, I wasn't even aware Apple really did anything other than if they didn't actually contract from AMD or NVIDIA, just use some basic GPU for things that weren't really meant for high graphics demands. Wasn't sure what Apple's used. You love Apple's approach using 11 watt right now. If your x86 Windows machine, you've used 10 times as much just idling. Yeah. Their whole CPU is completely new design, so I'm sure far more efficient than the old x86 and x64 designs. It's one chip per package. No idea how powerful they are. 110 watt idle? If you use 110 watt idle, something very wrong.
Ugh, looks like he had the wrong person watching his back. What really bothers me is, why do these pirates look familiar? I'm not sure I want to know what happened here. I'll be fine as long as I don't lose my wits and keep my head. Looks like another greedy pirate who met a sordid fate. Yeah, this place gives me the creeps.
Many mainboards default to wrong configuration. You'll take saving power at any time. PCs eating hundreds of watts is just ridiculous when you only play games. It's a dead end. Okay, so I don't see anything here. Since Apple Silicon, their own ARM CPUs, Apple have made their own GPUs. It's still, yeah, a system on a chip. They're basically stopped using other people's graphics, and for now, how new they are, they're pretty good. They're about 2 generations behind NVIDIA. Mystic! My goodness, cat. Oh, I didn't have to do that. Trust me. He presented the widest target possible. Yep. Where was I? Anyway, 2 generations behind NVIDIA as far as you know, or remember, and that at laptop power use. I mean, honestly, I'd be surprised if they were as close to NVIDIA as 2 years behind in generation. Or 2 generations, but 2 generations would be like 4 years nowadays. I'd be surprised if they're even that close. I don't know. I really don't know. I couldn't even begin, so I probably shouldn't even say. It's basically what you try and imply. It's rare that 400 or 500 or whatever watt GPU is a good idea in a gaming system for many reasons. Well, as nice as it is to say, you know, I have a 4090 Ti or a 5090 or whatever, something, you know, some ridiculously high-end version of the card. I'm using a 3060, and I'm playing some newer games, like stuff come out in the past couple of years, and it's fine. Like, I mean, could I have a better experience if I could double the frame rate? Maybe. Would I notice it? Maybe in some very rare situations, but for the most part, at a mid-range video card, it's actually performing really well. So the idea of having something more than, say, a 3070 or a 4070 or a 5070 seems a little excessive unless you're doing something else. Because after that, it's like I've just got more power for the sake of more power, which isn't always a bad thing. And, of course, there's also the idea that some people have a different preference or can detect certain frame drops or inconsistencies that only a new card could fix. Yeah, and very few people buy Apples for gaming. Yeah, that's exactly it. German GameStar recently did a comparison poll between max and slightly less than max visual settings in many games. Almost half guessed wrong which screenshot is which. Yeah. And DLSS makes that really, really hard too. Like, it's if you get the settings just right, it can be very difficult to tell the difference between like lower settings and DLSS, or higher settings and DLSS. Excuse me. In your opinion, that's a ridiculous way to test that. You don't play games by taking screenshots and carefully comparing them. No, you don't. But, you know, it's like anything else. People claim that they can see or sense or hear or whatever something because of some gift, I guess, they have. Take wine tasters, you know, vodka competitions, people that do, you know, any of that kind of stuff. And then they can give them some cheap stuff and literally fool them. One trope you always have stays forever. An open world RPG, when you see a huge waterfall dipped in front of a rock formation, let's hope there's a secret passage behind the waterfall. You're right. You're on an M4 Pro, and the AI video performance of the NVIDIA Tensor chips is the only thing you're actually missing, but it, in return, has saved 200 euros in energy costs since you've switched. I believe it. I mean, I won't say that they're not power-hungry beasts. That's for sure. But even with that absurdly unrealistic method, a huge portion still didn't recognize the higher quality. And I'd be willing to bet that that's accurate across the board. Last you heard, wine testers and tasters really like the Aldi discounter wine brand. I heard something like that /life. I heard something like that. That was funny. That it won like 2 years in a row or something. It was like nobody really expected that.
Hey, Stan.
All right.
Hey, Stan.
Howdy, son.
Remind me what you said about Elaine's lime marketing problem?
She and I have got to have a meeting of the minds, and minds have got to meet face to face.
Okay, so I gotta get that.
I think I'll poke around a little.
You enjoy yourself, son. That's my old accountant, Ned Filigree. Genius with figures. But if they ever saw his records...
You're like the €3 bottle suite Central Eastern European ones from Kaufland? Not counting Mike's Mac Pro. I don't know. I unfortunately could never have that. Not counting Mac Pro Studios, those are still on M2 Ultras, and the regular M4 these days just barely beats that one, performance-wise. And Mac Mini is just their laptop chipset as well. The Mac Pro isn't a laptop system, but instead it's skipping the entire enthusiast market and goes straight to professional workstation. Really? I mean, partially that's a statement about how good quality even discounter food has become, but still, it also shows that you shouldn't put too much money on opinion of people who think they are experts on some highly subjective field. And that's what I was trying to make a point of before. You just said it so much more succinctly than myself. Yeah, it's some stuff people try to take as objective, and it's really very subjective. My favorite always has to do with, I can tell if the frame rate isn't 60 frames per second, if it's, it has to be at least that or higher. Okay. I mean, I won't say you can't, but I kind of doubt it. Prison shackles.
Looks like a prisoner escaped. Probably through that tunnel.
And since they only build laptop systems. Encourage. I bet you one of these prisoners is a chum. Let's see, not you. Oh, it's alright, guys. It's alright now. Okay, I guess there isn't anything here that I can pick up. What about...
A bucket filled to the brim with rotten fish bones.
Yeah. And tried Eastern Europeans. You do have your home winery that your parents regularly order from. You usually go for German wines. Urban is one of the brands you go to, and there's another one you can't remember the name of, but would recognize the bottles. Both usually go for €5, but are frequently discounted to $3.50. You know what? If you what is the euro to what is the current exchange rate for the euro? So roughly, it's still close, almost $1. It's 96 cents of a euro. Good God, if we went and paid $3.50 for a bottle of wine, we'd have for a bottle, like, a liter or larger, it would basically be Mad Dog 2020 or Thunderbird. Yeah, probably can't even get that stuff. Yeah, Thunderbird. Dark Max knows where I'm going. No joke. I mean, even a half decent cheap wine is still going to cost around $7.50 here. Like a passable bottle. I say passable. Yeah. Good old MD 2020. Yeah, it's been quite stable to 1-to-1, hasn't it, Slash Life? 0.7, 0.75, 1 liter is not rare but unusual, yeah. And that's what, 1 liter bottles here is a fairly common size. And you can get them in 2 liters, of course, larger than that. But the 1 liter ones are usually a good common table brand of wine here. If you go in and say, can I have the house wine at a restaurant or something like that, it would be like, probably like Turning Leaf or something like that. It'll be about $10, $15 a bottle. Not expensive. Well, for wine here, it wouldn't be expensive. But that's funny. It's so much cheaper there. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what to do. You know what? Screw this. I've been fighting this for a while now. I know how to become a high-ranking chum. I know how to become the Queen of Bermuda, but I want to understand these stupid contests. How do I do the hardiness? I can't figure this out. Go to the contest, place the fish, purchase the bucket. We got that. Wait, but wait a minute. Oh, trivia. Any trivia is good. Cabron, how you doing this evening? About. I'll give you guys a tough one. What wildly success... This is a 90s trivia question, by the way. What wildly successful fantasy card game was invented by a doctoral student of mathematics at the University of Pennsylvania? What wildly successful fantasy card game was invented by a doctoral student of mathematics at the University of Pennsylvania? That might get one of you geeks in there thinking. Want a nudge on the intelligence test? I want to figure out this hardiness one. It's like I'm like right there on the edge of it. You imagine alcohol tax is really high in the U.S., or at least parts of it. That's quite possible, yeah. I really don't know. I mean, it's kind of like the argument. It kind of proves the point of what is the cost of living and why is it cheaper or more expensive where it is. It's triple triad. That does sound like Richard. Wow, I forgot his last name. Yeah, I don't know. Garfield. Even in the UK, drug taxes are much higher than in Germany. Richard. Oh, Richard Garfield. I don't know who that is. But have you noticed how, despite the cost of living, it still remains so popular? What's that? I'm not sure I understand what's so popular. I'm got a couple of conversations going. I think I missed one. Now, my real puzzle here is how do I move to the next step here? Why can't I? In the U.S., it's also mostly from California, while in Europe, it's France, Italy, Germany, Greece, Spain, competition is keeping prices down. Well, I mean, states don't necessarily compete on pricing. I mean, there are hundreds of vineyards. And there's quite a few outside of California in the U.S. In fact, there's quite a few vineyards across the northern reaches of North America. I know of one in Michigan, for example. And I'm sure there's more than just one. I just know of one. Yeah, and California by itself. Richard Garfield's the one that came up with Magic the Gathering. Well, the answer to your question was, yes, Magic the Gathering, actually. So, Cabron, that's your answer right there. Magic's the only Western card game you know of. As for the U.S., I know there are quite a bit of winery, but I'd wager European wines are more popular in the U.S. than U.S. wines are in Europe. And with import and all, they'd be considerably more expensive in the U.S. and by extension might set a higher price point for local producers. I do know that with wine and beer, importing to the U.S. Would normally require pasteurization, and that's not something that is as common in some countries in Europe than it is in the U.S. So all would have to be pasteurized here. And I knew that from when I was in England. I actually got a beer there once, and it was not pasteurized, and I got it because I wanted to try one that I'd never heard of. I don't know if wine does, but any kind of it might actually, come to think of it. I know beer does. What is that noise? Thought it was a cat. I'm like, cat's being really noisy. Let's see. Actually, now I'm curious. I don't know. Welcome to the U.S. We do all kinds of weird stuff. Most wine in the U.S. Okay, so no, it doesn't actually have a requirement for that. So, but you're right, Cat Pig. You're right. They don't do that. But either way, I know they do it with beer. It's the same problem with some cheese. Yeah, apparently some do formate, at least what I just looked at. Apparently some do, but it is not required. And like I said, I don't know if they still require it even for beer anymore, but I know they did for the U.S., at least in the 90s. Yeah, a problem if you want to import it into the U.S. Beer, yeah, I can imagine. One interesting note, Cat Pig. Most likely domestic wines would be more popular here just because it's cheaper anyway, but my understanding was there was a blight, I think it was, that occurred in France. I forget how far back. I don't remember decades or years or whatever. But anyway, a significant portion of really old lineages of vines had died away. Ones that had been in the same properties for decades and generations. And California donated some vines. You'd have to look it up to see all the details. I don't really remember all the story to it. But apparently a significant number of some of the older wineries ended up with California vines. So in some ways, it's like half California, half French for those particular wines, grown on French soil, but California grapes. California grapes. Yeah, without U.S. rootstock, there'd be pretty much not a European wine industry. And I don't even remember what happened. It was like a blight or a drought or something happened. Something bad happened. Like, it had to have been serious, and they just, like... We had a perfectly fine bucket of piss right here. Yeah. Hey, we actually do make some good beer, Epic. We make some really crappy beer, too. Don't get me wrong, but we do make some good beer. Yeah, we even made some decent beer, yeah. Yeah. Oh, so, yeah, Coffee's trying to make me say us. We've done it. Yeah, we've done it. It's not easy, but it's not terribly hard. Some bacterium or something, some form of plant illness. Okay, yeah, some blight then. Oh, and the American genetics were immune or resistant. Now, that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. I don't understand the hint. Why is it not... Okay, I don't understand. Hey, Pi, do you want to give me a nudge on the math one? Because I have no clue. I really don't. I would love it. Gregor! And suddenly Gregor. Hey, Gregor!
Want a hint?
Yes, I do. Thank you very much. It's an extremely common process, long-living commercial plants, also done with many fruit trees. Oh, wait. So what they do is take an American bottom of the plant, the root, and an inch or so above. And yeah, I've seen that. Actually, that was something that the natives used to do here in the U.S. before colonization occurred, that they would graft. I forgot what it was they grafted onto corn. Or did they graft corn onto something else? But they would genetically modify plants like that. Did you ever try the math test after you set the fire in the fireplace? No, I don't think. Maybe? In Germany, it's actually illegal to plant non-resistant wine.
20 seconds to grade your papers. Your time starts now.
I don't have the slightest idea. Did you notice the excellent fire in the fireplace?
Yeah.
Oh!
Time's up. I'll take your papers.
Ah, okay. The old... Look, it's a three-headed monkey, and then do a switcheroo.
I am most surprised by this, but the evidence is clear. Mr. Threepwood is the winner.
But how is that possible?
Clean living, regular exercise, and a brain like a mountain.
Dense, motionless, and shaped by erosion. You can see the difficulty I'm having.
I can. Better luck next time.
Wow. Dense, motionless.
1 contest down, 2 to go.
2 to go. It's actually illegal to plant non-resistant wine if you live in a wine-growing area. That is interesting. I didn't know that, Catpig. Imagine in France it's illegal, and B, you'll probably get publicly executed. Let's hope not. Not too keen on French and Italian wines either. Whenever you're in Switzerland, you grab a couple of local wines to return with. Other than that, you're mostly happy with German products. I guess that's what you grow up with, you know? Public executions are reserved for people who think wine or thin wine with water. Yeah. Except when it's for export. Well, thank you, Pi. Now, the real question is... I mean, I know I can put demon pepper on the fish. Export wines get antifreeze so they taste sweeter? What? You gotta be joking, right? And the French way of execution is drowning people in cheap industrial German beer. It's the worst insult a Frenchman could imagine. Aw. You guys are joking, right? Meanwhile...
I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. Assuming you're real, of course. Just because I can see you doesn't necessarily mean you're real. Case in point. You'll never guess who I thought was here in the cave stealing my golden key. But then he just vanished. Which is something hallucinations do that real people generally don't. Come to think of it, though, where is that key? I had it right here, and there aren't that many places it could have gone.
Every German town has a tub of Ottinger just for that. I think bathing is the biggest... oh, now let's not insult. Let's not insult. Ethylene glycol. Oh, well, yeah, ethylene glycol. You mean like literal antifreeze? like the green stuff you'd put in your, or yellowish, greenish stuff you put in your car's cooling system. I mean, that's ethylene glycol, if I remember right. Diethylene glycol. Huh. That was a scandal in the 90s, I think. Some vintners used to add antifreeze to their wines, you think because of high glycerin content? Really? For some reason, almost nobody in what used to be politically Western Europe knows how to make sweet wines. I don't really like really sweet wines. That's me personally, anyway, you know. Okay, so what do I need to do with this? We can put... Actually... yeah, take wine, add sugar, serve. 100 euros is the most horrible glass bottle beer you can get in Germany. It's disgusting beyond belief. So what you're saying, Gregor, is it's your Budweiser. And a Winter Slice, but it is as bad as Budweiser. The reason why it's called Butt Wiper. Anyway, wasn't that the plot in the France episode of Simpsons that the two guys were putting antifreeze in the wine? That reminds me, at one point, I don't know if they still own them or not. I don't know who owns Budweiser anymore, but at one point a German company owned Budweiser. And Budweiser in Germany is not as bad as the original, as far as you know. Funny thing, when I was in England and I went to this pub, I asked them one time, because every pub I ever went into there was, the whole bar was just lined with taps, and they were like, "Yeah, we don't really sell things in bottles or cans. You know, it's not really normal." And I said, "What all you have?" And they show me all this stuff, and you know, so I'm kind of joking around. Clearly, I'm not from there, and and I asked one of them. I said, "Do you guys have any like American beers?" And he goes, "Yeah, we do have this one thing that nobody ever buys. We've had it back here for years." And he reaches under the bar and blows off the top of a can that was covered in dust. It said it was literally a can of Budweiser. It wasn't even cold. Just left it under the bar. Or even worse, Tesco Value Lager. Oh my God, that stuff tasted what you'd imagine half-done beer tastes like, and it's only half the normal alcohol. So maybe it literally was half-done beer. The real Budweiser is called Budvar now. Budvar? What is that? Budvar? Really? Malt beer by Unger is actually good, as opposed to the malt beer by Flensburger. Flensburger, which tastes like a raw sugar syrup soda. Foster's. It's not Australian for beer. So she's back here. At least in some countries, the Czech Bud and the U.S. Bud have apparently been fighting over this since 1907. I'd never heard that before. It's interesting.
How was Terror Island?
Scary.
The brochures do mention that.
Are you sure you can't come talk to Stan at the ice quarry?
Absolutely sure. He'll have to come here.
Okay.
So in countries where the U.S. Bud currently has the trademark, the Czech Bud calls themselves Budvar. Oh, in the U.S. Czechvar. Interesting. I've never heard that story.
Love you.
You too. Should I be worried you're carrying around a painting of someone that looks like an accountant?
U.S. Budweiser is really crappy Pilsner beer. You've had better local crafted Pilsners, yeah. I mean, it's mass-produced. Clearly, we need to send bit of the worst beers from around the world for a compare react video. No, thank you. You don't need to do that. Which is strange considering the Czech town of Budweis. Oh, that's funny. According to the wiki, the Czech Budvar is a state-owned enterprise. Huh. Yeah, it would. That would make it interesting Friday nights.
How sweet! You put the painting of us back together again. I think you should keep it.
Okay. She got a different reaction for all of these. Budweiser is literally where Budweiser comes from. I didn't know that either. You guys are filling me with all kinds of interesting trivia. Mass-produced and 5% Wanzer, yeah.
Hey, it's a picture of you and Stan. Why are you showing me this picture of Stan with a Weasley-looking guy? I have no idea who that is. I guess I did have my portrait painted with a lot of people while I was governor. Nice picture. Who is that with you?
Here on the Drew Carey Show, they had crafted beer called Warm Piss. That sounds about right. You're misremembering. You just remember hearing that Bud US somehow took the whole thing over, but maybe that was just the name. When Czech Bud switched to Budvar? I don't know. Interesting. That's where it comes from. You think it was a family there who founded it. One of them left for the New World and made his own Budweiser in the U.S. Yeah. I think you might be mixing this up with Havana Club rum trademark issue. Interesting. Okay, I guess we just need to go through the chums on Melee. It doesn't seem that anybody else... I don't think there's anybody here. Wiki says the founders of the U.S. Budweiser maker were German immigrants. I thought it was German. I didn't mean it was. All right, let's just have these conversations. I can't figure out what to do at this point. Bexer Berliner is German.
Have you a story to share?
And it's acceptable beer. I was bait casting dead stick from a crow's nest with a Guggen called flambe.
I was bait casting dead stick from a crow's nest with a Guggen called flambe. And then, all of a sudden...
My ship was swallowed by a huge lunker of a whale. A real chum-chomping line breaker if ever there was one.
My ship was swallowed by a huge lunker of a whale. A real chum-chomping line breaker if ever there was one.
Then we stuck an umbrella jig head in the beastie's mouth and reeled it in from the inside.
Then we stuck an umbrella jig head in the beastie's mouth and reeled it in from the inside.
Your story's not bad, but it's missing a few things. Find some other chums to help you fill in the gaps.
I'll do that.
Okay, I'm not sure. I know this one. The cook's not one. Yeah, not a member of the chums. But I know I've talked to at least 4. At least 4. A nudge. Hang on, let me see if I can... Maybe I can have these conversations with these folks, the ones I do know about. I know the locksmith is one.
Welcome back.
Hiya.
Because she has her. See, it's a chum's lure.
Hey, fellow chum.
You know I can only talk chum's business if you show your lore.
It's a tradition.
It's tradition.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
Prague is technically the oldest German university, if you remember correct. It's just no longer is.
I was bait casting dead stick from a crow's nest with a Guggen called flambe. And then, all of a sudden... My ship was swallowed by a huge lunker of a whale. A real chum-chomping line breaker, if ever there was one. Then we stuck an umbrella jig head in the beastie's mouth and reeled it in from the inside.
Seems like you've got a few keys on your ring. Now talk to some other chums to round out the set.
I'll do that.
Okay, so that's...
Hello.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. I presume you want to tell a story, but I can also tell just by looking at you that you're not ready for the likes of us. Go out and find more chums to advise you. They'll know when you're ready.
Okay. Is Otis a member of the chums? I don't think he is. Not a member.
Hey!
Another fun fact, Tools company Vera is owned by the Bitburger Brewery. Interesting. Oh, she's right here. She's not a member of Chums. Who the heck else is there? There's the locksmith. There's the guy at the docks. You always knew the Bitburger folks were Tools. Oh, wait a minute. Museum. He's not one, is he? No, he's not. Damn. Oh, no, he is.
I've got a story for your newsletter, if you're interested.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, the docksmith and the locksmith. Now we're going with the museum dude again.
I was bait casting dead stick from a crow's nest with a Guggen called Flambe.
The shocksmith.
And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a huge lunker of a whale. A real chum-chomping line breaker, if ever there was one. Then we stuck an umbrella jig head in the beastie's mouth and reeled it in from the inside.
I'll get back to you.
You'll get back to me? What's that mean?
I've got a story for your newsletter, if you're interested.
Let's hear it.
It was my first trip to Monkey Island. The crew were restless. And then, all of a sudden, our stringer took a strike from a smoker that turned out to be a mermaid. I helped her escape when night fell. We still write from time to time.
I'll get back to you.
What does that mean?
I've got a story for your newsletter, if you're interested.
Let's hear it.
It was my first trip to Monkey Island. The crew were restless. And then, all of a sudden, our ship was attacked by a huge kraken.
I don't know.
The creature fled. Of course, then we had to put out the fire.
I'll get back to you.
Okay, so something occurred to me that maybe I need to be doing with these guys, and he's not giving me anything but that same answer. All of a sudden, behind him, a three-headed monkey. Yeah, right. Okay, look, come on, help me figure this story out, buddy.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings.
Have you a story to share?
It was my first trip to Monkey Island. The crew were restless. And then, all of a sudden,
His name was Zach.
Our stringer took a strike from a smoker that turned out to be a mermaid. I helped her escape when night fell. We still write from time to time.
Incoming ads for you
Story's not bad.
non-subscribers. Use your
But
Twitch Prime
it's
now.
missing a few things. Find some other chums to help you fill in the gaps.
I'll do that.
I don't understand. So, what other chums? Who else is there? Nobody else on the island that I know of. Nobody on LeChuck's ship. Did I check everybody in the town? I don't think I checked everybody in the town hall. Pretty sure that none of these folks are chums. Yeah, I didn't think so. Missing ice sculpture. Wait a minute.
Who's the idiot who placed a torch next to an ice sculpture?
Oh, you know what? Oh, crap. I lit that torch. And I melted.
It's way too high to reach.
That ice sculpture, so what's the point?
The wind must have blown out the fire.
I don't know what to do with that torch. I don't think the judge is a member either. Not a member of chums. I don't think there... I guess there's no chums on anywhere on this island. Only on Melee, maybe? I heated it, yeah, to the point of no return.
At the end of the plank.
My only copy. Please don't touch it.
Now, I do have... I think that was the third one. See, I didn't examine all of Wally's stock. I missed 3 things. I still got to figure out the trivia. There is one for the books. Yeah, Bookworm. Find all the copies of At the End of the Plank. So I've got 4 out of 5. Okay, do we have any chums here? Probably not. Aha, a separate brewery, Budweiser Burgerbrau. Bajovki. Something, anyway, it was founded in 1795 by the city's German-speaking citizens and started brewing Budweiser beer in 1802. The company began shipping its beer to the United States in 1875. A year later, Adolphus Busch, a German immigrant to the United States and a businessman, encountered the brewery Budweiser, often during his visit to Europe. Thus, he decided to name his own beer Budweiser and brew it accordingly. Interesting. Read your message. What about the gatekeeper? Oh, yeah, that's right. He does. I forgot. He is one. Thank you for reminding me. But yeah, and Bush, I know Adolphus Busch was also the founder of Busch Beer and
all clear.
Which has a whole list of other brands. That's right, he's got it hanging on his guard post. So it can be on other islands other than Melee.
Fellow chum.
Oh, crud.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
I do, but I'm going to pause it. I'm going to let these commercials roll through, and then we'll share a story and see if I get a different response. Incidentally, now Bud and Beck's are owned by the same company. It's required by Anheuser-Busch InBev 2014 to aid its claim in the Budweiser trademark. Interesting. Yeah, I'll be right back. Give me just a few minutes. everybody. Let's see. Echo. So basically there's 3 Budweisers, 2 from the town, one by the Czech, one by the Germans, and one by a German living in the U.S. And the German that seems to have bought the Czech-German brewery to get naming rights. That's very complicated. Actually, I didn't know anything about the other, like, that. I didn't know anything about any of that. I only ever heard of the Budweiser in the U.S. And all that to make the worst drink in modern history. Well, it's not the worst. Believe me, there is far worse than Budweiser. Just come here and try some stuff. Trust me, you'll find something. I would say it's not the worst, objectively. But it's not exactly good either. Need to go to Britain and try the Tesco Value Lager. Yeah, it's not even the worst beer in the U.S. You're not sure you've ever had the U.S., bud, but it can't be that bad. No, it really isn't. It's the big issue to me, if you were to drink it and you're trying to drink it for flavor, is that it's very, very light. And it's not. And it's not like, I don't know. It's hard to describe. You just have to drink it. Tesco has their own beer. All right, let's see. We have, oh yeah. Okay, so...
It was my first trip to Monkey Island. The crew were restless. And then,
it's
all
like
of a
7-Eleven
sudden,
in the U.S., yeah. You know those sports waters? The ones that have just a hint of apple flavor or pear flavor or lemon flavor, but it's still mineral water? When you first had it, Miller Lite was like that, but with beer flavor. That's actually pretty good description. Like I said, it's very light in flavor. It's not particularly strong. It had 2.5%. It tasted like it was half done. Oh, yeah, the half done beer. Not sure it really qualifies as a beer. Let's see.
Our stringer took a strike from a smoker that turned out to be a mermaid. I helped her escape when night fell. We still write from time to time.
I have given you my best tip. See if you can get some other chums to do the same.
I'll do that.
What other chums? Everybody's giving me the same answer, but I'm also being told I'm not good enough.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings.
Or Circle K or
Have
Sheets.
you a story to share?
Never heard of Sheets, but, you know, something's afoot at the Circle K. I know Circle K. I actually have a funny story that happened at a Circle K once. I used to, when I was in college in South Carolina, there was a Circle K across the street, like directly across the street from my dorm, and they would sell hot dogs, 50 cents each, 2 for $1, with everything, chili and all kinds of stuff. You know, broke college students, $1 worth for a couple of hot dogs. I mean, it's a great way to get some food. May not be good for you, but it's better than being hungry. And my roommate and I were like, yeah, let's go across the street. Let's get a couple of hot dogs. Used to be Kangaroo. That sounds familiar, but I didn't know that. Is that what the K is for? Anyway, so now we're talking like 1991, 92, something like that. So it's like 10, 11 o'clock at night, standing in front of the counter with, you know, with my money, and I'm telling the guys, hey, I just wanted to get a couple of hot dog buns, because you had to get the buns from the guy behind the counter, and then you could go get the hot dogs and load them up. And he just looks at me, he's like, and he starts backing up to the counter behind him, picks up the phone, and he starts dialing, and he's like, yeah, I need the cops now. I'm like, what's going on? And my roommate grabs my arm, and he's like, man, we gotta go like right now. So we go out the door, and I was like, what's going on? I said, I wanted some hot dogs. And he says, you didn't notice what was going on behind you? I was like, no, I had no idea. It turned out a couple of guys walked in with some bags, and were literally just walking down the aisles, just raking crap into the bags. I'm like, all right. I just wanted hot dogs, man. The K is for Kirkle. Never heard of that. You know what? Some German beer is still the best. And you're off to bed. I thought you were already off to bed. Go get some sleep, man. Oh, hang on. I'm going to pause the game. It'll do it automatically. Doink. Oh. Now that looks good. Coffee be like, ew, olives. That looks good. Lots of black olives all over them pizzas. And she just repeated my concern. I ain't eating it. That's not pizza. Kangaroos for a gas station convenience store chain. It sounds familiar. I feel like I can see the logo for it for some reason, like a little rectangular thing, and it says kangaroos at the bottom, and I can't really see the image. Maybe it's a picture of the kangaroo. So those other guys. All right, let's see.
Hello.
Hello.
Hunter Morgan
Saxler.
had my first mate at sword point. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a manatee. A really, really big one.
Master Gregor gifted a tier 1 subscription.
The creature fled. Of course, then we had to put out the fire.
What on earth is a manatee? You lost me after that.
Thank you for the gift sub, Yuli. I appreciate that. Gregor, sorry, to Yuli. Thank you, I appreciate that. And Yuli, enjoy your ad-free experience. It's just cheese pizza. You added some nice olives and more shredded cheese. Hey, it looked good to me. And that's Bitterman's origin story. Whenever you need an oblivious superhero to narrowly avert crimes, if that makes me a superhero, I don't know what to say to that. Let's see.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow
Look,
chum.
you do
Have
this?
You a story to share?
I had just broken through a blockade, and then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a manatee. A really, really big one. And then we escaped, through the digestive system, ship and all.
What on earth is a manatee? You lost me after that.
I do not understand this whole chums conversation thing. It doesn't make any sense. Am I just picking up
chum?
a
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
The pirate hunter Morgan Le Flay had my first mate at sword point. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a huge lunker of a whale. A real chum-chomping line breaker, if ever there was one. Then Morgan knocked me out and sold me to my enemies.
I have given you my best tip. See if you can get some other chums to do the same.
I'll do that.
So I've already talked to him too. So that means we've talked to the gate guard. I don't know what else to do for these guys. I don't understand how this is working. I get them to say one nice thing about me, and then bam, they're done with me, and they won't help. All this food talk made you hungry. Beer counts as food. They've been talking a lot about beer, too. Wally's not back now. He's gone.
Wally, can you hear me? Are you okay? I guess he's not here. And he's probably not okay.
The state of this shop, I kind of doubt he's okay, yeah.
This is all that's left of Wally's standard-sized maps, globe, odd-sized maps, and boxes of other maps. Who could have done this? I guess LeChuck, obviously. That was such a nice sign. This place has kind of gone downhill.
Oh, the food is instant noodles. You mean the food you're making. Oh, gotcha. Oh. And she's not a chum. You know what? I have managed to come to a point I really don't know what the heck I'm doing. Search Scurvy Island for another chum to tell a story to. I'm on Scurvy Island. Find Elaine in the lime grove where you last saw her on Scurry Island. Show her to look. Wait! She's... I thought I'd done that.
Hi.
Hi.
It's right there on her vest. Have I talked to her yet?
Greetings, fellow chum.
Guybrush, you've joined
I guess
the
I hadn't.
chums. I'm glad. Maybe a new hobby will help you get your mind off the secret.
Sure.
Well, let's hear what you got.
I was bait casting dead stick from a crow's nest with a Guggen called Flambe. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a huge lunker of a whale. A real chum-chomping line breaker, if ever there was one. Then we stuck an umbrella jig head in the beastie's mouth and reeled it in from the inside.
That's nice, Guybrush, but I think you've left out the most interesting part. What was it like inside the whale? What happened in there? People want to hear about the experience.
That makes sense.
Want to give it a try?
Okay. It was my first trip to Monkey Island. The crew
Wait,
were restless.
That's
And
not what I
then,
clicked.
All of a sudden,
Yes, it was.
our stringer took a strike from a smoker that turned out to be a mermaid.
You'll order things in a cardboard box. It gets delivered wrapped in a plastic one. Yeah, right.
The crew wanted to have her for dinner. I mistook what they meant.
Oh, that's so wrong.
Fortunately, the average salt can't tell the taste of mermaid from any grump you might find in your creel. I helped her escape when night fell. We still write from time to time.
I think you've got it. This could be a whole new path for you, Guybrush. You know who you should talk to? Apple Bob. You'll have to go back to LeChuck's ship, of course, but he's worth it.
Thanks.
Oh, so she sends me to somebody else. Okay. Oh, And yeah, I think I did talk to him, actually. Let's see.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
I was bait casting dead stick from a crow's nest with a Guggen called Flambe. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a huge lunker of a whale. A real chum-chomping line breaker, if ever there was one. It was gross inside. Soft floors and yellow stuff all over the place.
Yellow stuff.
I made a fishing line with my own hair. And then we escaped.
Think
Through
I
the
picked the
digestive
wrong
system.
one.
Ship and all.
You know what? I think your story would really benefit from some colorful description. Like when I hook a fish. I don't just say I hooked a fish. I say there was a majestic fish, glistening like liquid silver, dashing through the waves, stretching my line out like the truth in a schoolboy's mouth.
Oh, that does seem a little more gripping.
Want to give it a try?
Well, thank you, Echo. Well, thank you very much, Echo. You get some rest. Just swap it into YouTube on your bedroom TV. Ah, yes.
Okay. I was bait casting dead stick from a crow's nest with a Guggen called Flambe. And then, all of a sudden,
This is quite a bit.
our stringer took a strike from a smoker that turned out to be a mermaid.
Oh yeah, I forgot it was Pinky. The voice of Pinky.
The crew wanted to have her for dinner. I mistook what they meant. Fortunately, the average salt can't tell the taste of mermaid from any grump you might find in your creel.
Abstractism, it looks good.
I helped her escape when night fell. We still write from time to time.
I'm not sure you're working enough colorful description into your story. Just a little bit would do.
Okay.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
Let's see.
It was my first trip to Monkey Island. The crew were restless. And then, all of a sudden, our ship was attacked by an immense kraken with 40 tentacles, like the writhing fingers of the sea itself, grasping to haul us down.
It began to crack the ship apart like 4 drunken wedding guests fighting over the last oyster.
It began to crack the ship apart like 4 drunken wedding guests fighting over the last oyster. I lit the hull with Flambe's head so it would burn underwater, blinding as the sun and furious as the sea. The creature lit out like an old tar from a bar of soap. Of course, then we had to put out the fire.
Dazzling. You leave a story like a wicker placemat with a mosaic of coffee stains.
Is that good?
Tightly woven and useful. The coffee stains give it character. You should tell a story at the Cod's Wallop.
Okay, so I think that's the, hey, you've gotten good enough now. Maybe that's what it is. Just learned something new. When you connect a laptop to an external G drive, hard disk drive via USB-C, it charges the laptop. Wait, external G drive? What is a G drive?
Hello.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share? And don't be nervous thinking it's a test to see whether you've mastered the art.
Even though that's just what it is.
Oh, is WD's professional hard drive band. Oh, interesting. It's been a long time since you had a decent deep dish pizza. Okay, here we go. Let's see.
I was bait casting dead stick from a crow's nest with a Guggen called Flambe. And then, all of a sudden, our stringer took a strike from a smoker that turned out to be a mermaid. The crew wanted to have her for dinner. I mistook what they meant. Fortunately, the average salt can't tell the taste of mermaid from any grump you might find in your creel. I helped her escape when night fell. We still write from time to time.
Aye, the pieces are all there. But it's a bit flat, isn't it? Lacking descriptive power, as they say.
All right, so we're going to go with the one that I did when I got Apple Bob's
Greetings,
approval.
fellow chum.
I know, charging with an external hard drive is neat.
Have you a story to share? And don't be nervous thinking it's a test to see whether you've mastered the art.
Even though that's just what it is.
Well, thanks. Let's see here.
I was bait casting dead stick from a crow's nest with a Guggen called Flambe. And then, all of a sudden, our ship was attacked by an immense kraken with 40 tentacles, like the writhing fingers of the sea itself, grasping to haul us down. It began to crack the ship apart like 4 drunken wedding guests fighting over the last oyster. I lit the hull with Flambe's head so it would burn underwater, blinding as the sun and furious as the sea. The creature lit out like an old tar from a bar of soap. Of course, then we had to put out the fire.
That was a whopper of a story.
You've clearly learned all there is to learn. I hereby declare you to be a
Chum Grandmaster. Interesting.
Congratulations.
Wow, thank you. That's a great honor.
Became a prize chum. All right. So now, does that mean I can get the flag?
Is it all right if I take this flag with me?
That would be within your rights as a well-respected chum of the highest order.
Of the highest order. Oh, he's lowering it. Intermission?
Be sure to treat it nice. It doesn't need more holes than it's got already.
Okay, so we've got 2 flags now.
It's one of Bella Fisher's flags, about 15 by 15 and full of holes. This replica flag doesn't quite fit. I need the real ones.
Oh.
I placed the flag over the map. I can see parts of the map through the holes. Maybe I need more flags.
Okay. Okay, that wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Meanwhile...
They were all in on it, but Threepwood was the ringleader. First he's banging me and the other skulls around with a femur, forcing us to sing musical notes against our will. Then he's shouting nonsense like a drunk parrot, and he takes a bite out of a squid's arm. Right after that, that's when the earthquake started.
Still, it could be a coincidence.
You find a shark in your swimming pool, that's not a coincidence.
Yeah, something similar work. Displays that charge your laptop via USB-C, one plug, and you get keyboard, power, mouse, and Ethernet, etc. There was I had monitors when I was still working in the building before we did work at home. I had monitors that had USB ports on that were like that, but you had to actually plug. Now this was when DVI was still popular before HDMI or DisplayPort took over, but so you had to plug in a USB cable to your PC to get it to actually treat it as a hub. Okay, so we've got that. We now have the museum's flag, and then we've got the museum's real flag. We gotta get that. Wait a minute. So we got the flag from the fish shop. We got the museum's flag. We need to get the real flag for the museum. How do we do that now? Yeah, we're always good with that. I thought it was really cool because it put USB ports really close. I mean, like, you could just reach over and plug something into it, and I'm like, man, I would love to use that. It was a shame it was still USB 2. And being so slow. It was great for, like, USB, just thumb drives, you know, pulling out something like this, you know, plugging it in. And you could plug your mouse and keyboard into it if you really wanted to. Yeah, even 15 years ago, yeah. Yeah, they're probably about 15 years old now. It's locked.
I've got a story for your newsletter, if you're interested.
Let's hear it.
Let's see if he'll respond to this time.
I I was bait casting dead stick from a crow's nest with a Guggen called Flambe.
This has been around for a while,
then,
but yeah,
all of a
it
sudden,
had kind of a breakout cable for power USB display, PS1, etc. for the display to your PC. Yeah.
our ship was attacked by an immense kraken with 40 tentacles, like the writhing fingers of the sea itself, grasping to haul us down. It began to crack the ship apart like 4 drunken wedding guests fighting over the last oyster.
Here's USB-C, USB 3, and the bottom of the bezel, and 4 USB 3 on the rear I/O. It's great to have it on the bottom so it's not blocked when you have... Yeah, exactly, because I got like that much space between these 2 monitors here right now. I wouldn't be able to plug anything in.
I lit the hull with Flambe's head so it would burn underwater, blinding as the sun and furious as the sea. The creature lit out like an old tar from a bar of soap. Of course, then we had to put out the fire.
Nice! I think I could use that.
Okay.
Any chance you'll have the real flag on display anytime soon?
Oh no. Too valuable. It definitely stays in the storeroom.
That flag in the case isn't so special. I've got one just like it myself.
Yours is unlikely to be genuine, though. Only 3 are known to exist.
Okay.
I don't need another fake flag. I don't need another fake flag.
Ah! Damn it. I'm glad your screens at work have USB on the side. Yeah. Let's see, so that...
I don't need another fake flag.
Okay, so that's what we need to do. How do we get him...
Whoa! That's not supposed to be unlocked. I'd better fold this and put it in storage. Then I can figure out what's wrong with the lock. Crisp creases. Left first.
I'll just leave the replica flag in its place. Maybe you won't notice the real...
Oh, okay. Well, that was accidental. That was completely unexpected. I did not think that was how that worked. All right, so now we have...
It's one of Bella Fisher's flags, about 15 by 15 and full of holes.
So what if we take...
That's 2 flags. There are still quite a few parts of the map that I can see through the holes.
Okay, so we have that one. So now we got to get the quarantine ship flag. How that works, I don't know. Mystic. Then we can get Bella Fisher's golden key. We just need to get the ship. Working with codes to rotate them into portrait mode. No, that makes sense. Okay.
Ahoy!
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 No left, no right, no up, no down.
Permission to come aboard, sir.
Sorry!
Scurvy is deadly, and we don't want to infect others.
No, can't go over there. I know, it looks so interesting and curious, doesn't it? But no, you can't go over there, okay? That's all right, buddy. Cat. Hi, Mystic. Mystic, no. Mystic, no. Mystic, no. Go on. Go on. Go to your scratching post, okay? You can't chew on the cables. Go to your scratching post. Go on. Gently go on. Alright. Same with Thunderbolt. You connect one cable and have everything connected. Power to 30-inch screens, audio interface cable, or keyboard, mouse, 2.5 gigabit LAN, 2 Blu-ray drives, a Lacey RAID box. Wow. One cable. That sounds like an awful lot of bandwidth. What is that like? You like how Guybrush's wheel isn't attached to anything. Yeah, this ship has seen better days. I mean, at this point, it's already 35 years old. At least. And he bought it used from Stan 35 years ago. Let's see.
Can I have your flag?
Did you not hear me? Scurvy! On board!
Quarantine!
Well, you could just toss it down to me.
Best not to risk it. It's probably crawling with scurvy, trust me.
Alcohol has ruined his life, yeah.
Bye. Don't let the scurvy bite you.
So what do we have? Maybe we can... Oh, no, dude. Ah. Thunderbolt 4 is 40 gigabits. Oh, that's quite a lot, actually. It's over the hill. Ancient, past its prime. Excuse me, I'm going to have to go cry now. Let's see. Maybe in order to get this, I need to figure out how to get a lane to go, or get Stan to go to a lane. Because neither of them want to go to them. I don't understand. Alright, maybe this isn't where I need to be yet. You too. I don't know what to do. Actually... Thunderbolt 5 is 80 gigabits for storage, 120 gigabits for displays. You need a Thunderbolt 5 dock.
Hi.
Hi.
All right, we'll tell her our story.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
I was bait casting dead stick from a crow's nest with a Guggen called Flambe. And then, all of a sudden, our ship was attacked by an immense kraken with 40 tentacles, like the writhing fingers of the sea itself, grasping to haul us down.
You hate that you can't charge your private laptop through Thunderbolt. Why is that? I don't know anything about Thunderbolt, so... I mean, I know what it is. That's about as far as it goes.
It began to crack the ship apart like 4 drunken wedding guests fighting over the last oyster. I lit the hull with
It doesn't even
Flambe's
accept small
head so
power
it would
bricks
burn
for
underwater,
continuous operation.
blinding as the sun and furious as the sea. The creature lit out like an old tar from a bar of soap. Of course, then we had to put out the fire.
That was really good, sweetie. You should tell a story to the chum's leadership at the Codswallop Fish Shop.
Okay, I should have expected that kind of an answer. Let's see.
Did you happen
Anything
to
less
feel
than...
the earthquake while you were on Monkey Island?
Anything less than 170 watts, it only accepts for charging the battery while turned off. Really? What kind of toaster is that? 170 watts. But stops using it the moment the system is powered up, even though usually its consumption is at around 30 watts. Interesting. I mean, 170 watts is quite a lot. I think USB-C is limited to, what, 100 watts? I may be wrong. It might be more than that. I can't remember. 100 sounds about right, but... Came with a 230-watt power brick. That's almost as much as the max load of your desktop. Oh, good God.
I think I was right at the epicenter.
Yes, I think you were.
Are you sure you can't come talk to Stan at the ice quarry?
Absolutely sure. He'll have to come here.
Okay.
Like, hey, my hard drive charges my laptop, and this guy is no less than 170 watts.
Love you.
You too.
Okay, so that is not what I was wanting. Oh, yeah. Max on your desktop should be maybe 220 or something like that. I don't even know how to check mine. I have no idea.
Elaine and I debate about whether it looks like a parrot or a cockatoo.
Actually having a ThinkPad T14 on the way for the occasional Windows programs.
Oh, I love that place. It's like a 100-foot candy cane.
You can either measure or you can just add up the parts. Most of the usage is CPU. Yeah, of course. CPU and GPU are the biggest draws. Forgot what size power supply. I think it's a 650 watt in there. Okay. I guess my only other option at this point is to go to Bermuda and see if I can win these contests. But I don't know how to do that. At least I don't think I know how to do that. Let's try this. I think I have an idea. Maybe put the fish in the bucket.
Today's contest of hardiness will feature Slimehead.
I can season after.
If you would each now select your first fish and place it on the plate in front of you. Mr. Threepwood, we await your selection of fish.
It's filled with slime. This looks like a good one.
And now, let the eating commence!
Oh, I never knew fish could have armpits.
Oh, God.
Ladies and gentlemen,
oh,
the
that's
winner and
nasty.
still champion, Queen Odina.
Okay. So there is an opportunity for me to use my inventory at that point. USB PD goes up to 240 watts. USB PD? Wait a minute.
That ought to give it some zip.
Okay. Oh, power delivery. Okay.
If you would each now select your first fish and place it on the plate in front of you.
Oh, yuck.
And now, let the eating commence!
It doesn't appear as any more coal can be broken off.
Whoa. 2 bites? That's more than she ate, right? I can stop now?
Yes, you can stop if you like. Ladies and gentlemen,
Finally!
Your new champion of hardiness with 2 bites to the Queen Squad is Mr. Threepwood!
Finally. Hey, Red Brown. Okay, so I actually figured that one out on my own. Yay!
Only one more contest to go.
USB controller has to support it, even the cables need a special chip. Yeah. That, I figured it'd have to be something particular. Okay, so that was, we've got intelligence, we got hardiness, we need to do seriousness. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, you. It's stare down time. Okay, you. It's stare down time.
Oh, that's right. Let's see how this contest works again. I can't remember. I think I only did this one once.
If you will all come to order, the contest will begin. The first contestant to laugh is the loser.
Why aren't puns about blizzards funny? Because it's no joking matter.
Is that the best you've got?
Oh, wait a minute. I need the joke book, don't I? I get the joke book from him. How do I get the joke book?
I don't think so. I'm a little too busy to do that right now. Ah, limey. You can smell the ascorbic acid. Hi, I'm working due east of the lighthouse and due south of camp today. It's an IOU for funds for a keel overhaul.
Oh! I suppose I click on her. Let's see. I was about to tell you a joke, but I can't think of a good one. What do you get when you cross a seagull with a centipede? What's a rowboat's favorite conjunction?
What is a rowboat's favorite conjunction?
Heard it. You might as well give up. I have heard every joke there is in this world.
Contestants, the time limit has been reached. As neither of you has laughed, the contest is a draw.
See ya.
Okay, so I do need to get... I think I need to get the joke book from Apple Bob. Question is, how am I going to do that? Damn it. You know, we mentioned that the Queen is Jennifer Hale. I don't think anybody has, but I didn't realize that's who was doing the voice. I knew she was a voice in the game, but I didn't know what characters. And the way she's doing that voice, I couldn't tell that was her.
Are you sure I can't have the joke book back?
It's boring reading it over and over, but it's better than nothing.
Okay, hang in there, Bob.
Still not funny.
Commander Shepard herself. The vampire lady in Quest for Glory 4. I can't remember the name of the character. Among many, many other characters. Many other characters. Do you think she holds a Guinness Book of World Record? I don't know if she does. I know, her, Gray Delisle, Frank Welker. I mean, Frank Welker, I think, is somewhere in the 900s at this point. Like, he's been doing voices. He's been doing voices since Flintstones. Like, the original Flintstones. And he was, I think, in his late teens or something at that point. So he's been doing this for a long time. Need a nudge with the cookbook. Possibly.
Hey, Bob, I've got a great book for you. It's LeChuck's personal diary.
Yikes. I wouldn't want to be caught with that. And you shouldn't either. Also, what I really need is a book that will last me a long time.
There is a book in the library that actually mentions that it's a really long book. And I wonder if that's the one that he wants. Well, they were not that long ago, /life. Talking like, what, 61 or 62, whenever the show started. Your hints are still green. Oh, yeah, I did leave that on, didn't I? Thank you, Brian Pie. I appreciate that. Wikipedia says in 2013, she's recognized as a Guinness Book of World Records as the most prolific video game voice actor. Ah, yes. Yeah, that makes sense. I know she's been doing voices. I want to say, I feel like, and you can confirm this if you want, I think that her first video game voice was the vampire girl in, not the young girl, but the woman who was protecting the girl in Quest for Glory 4. Is that right? That was like early on in her career. And she's done so many other series since then. Mystic, what are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? Are you looking to chew on cables again? Is that what it is? You cable muncher. Mystic. Go on, buddy. Go back to your scratching post, okay? Okay, where were we? So he doesn't want the picture. So, yeah, you know what? Hi. 5 keys. We got to get that one. So, I'm pretty sure in order to get the joke book, I need to trade in the recipe book, get the one with the really long title, come back and switch it. So that means I need to go back to Melee. Because I've got to figure out how to get this book back.
It's only slightly singed. Carla might not even notice. You should probably put out the rest of these flames.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I'll do that.
Not done with my drink.
Yeah, it was worth a shot. QHE4, Katrina, that's the name of the character. By that time, she'd been doing movies. Well, she'd been doing TV and movies, but I'm talking the first video game voice. I think that was her first video game voice, wasn't it? Oh, I was just playing off the fact that in 2013 she was recognized having the most prolific video game voice actor. Flipper was her first VG, was it? Oh, okay. He wants his kitchen back. But... What did you get, a compensation? What compensation? Like, I have no idea what I need to do for him. There's no... There's nothing I can think of that connects. '91 versus '94. So yeah, just a few years difference. And I can't seem to affect the flames, so I have no idea how that works. Can't go into the place. I did get an IOU, yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
It's an IOU for funds for a keel overhaul.
Oh, wait a minute.
Incoming ads for you
Oh my
non-subscribers. Use your Twitch Prime now.
You know what? I had totally forgot that she would give you an IOU to do repairs. Holy crap, I didn't even think about that.
Can I revise my disaster relief project?
Fine. What is it this time?
Let's see. Rebuild local business.
I want to rebuild local businesses.
I'm sure you'll have public support on that one. Here you go.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for that. I can't believe I didn't even think about that. Okay, so now we have an IOU.
What would you say if I told you the governor authorized funds for the rebuilding of the scum bar at an unspecified future date?
She did? That's fantastic. I'll have a sunken area that catches grog spills for recycling and
Ew.
a medical triage room. Excuse me, lots to plan.
Okay if I take this cookbook back now?
Sure, of course.
Okay. Now then. Where was it? The Endless Tale of the Voyage That Would Not End, which is the book I was referring to.
Thanks for returning my book.
Can I borrow this book?
Fine.
Fine. Okay, now then, we should be able, if things work out the way I think, should be able to get the joke book.
Hey, Bob, would you like to read this book? It's about a voyage that never ends.
Sounds interesting. And long. Here's your joke book back.
Okay, so now we have a joke book. And we can go to Bermuda. Okay, let's take a look at the book.
It's Flambe's Underworld Joke Book. All jokes about demons and otherworldly stuff.
Okay.
If you will all come to order, the contest will begin. The first contestant to laugh is the loser.
What do you call a pirate with 12 swords? Whatever he wants you to.
It'll take more than that to crack me up.
Why do demons have horns on their heads? Or why? What do you call a demon who is always on fire? What did the demon say when he stepped on a pitchfork? Actually, let's go with the top one here.
Why do demons have horns on their heads? Because they're too uncomfortable under the arms.
I didn't think it was that funny.
I've never heard that one before.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Guybrush Threepwood.
Where did you get that book? I'm confiscating this.
And so,
Citizen.
I'm going to pause it right there before we have this ceremony because we got ads kicking in.
Non-subscribers, use your Twitch
Winner
Prime now.
slice! Thank you. Give me just a few minutes. We're going to let these ads roll through. We come back and watch the cutscene. Be right back. This is our last ads, by the way. All right. Thank you so much for that, folks. Here we go. Let's see what this is all about. Citizens of Bermuda.
Bermuda, Mr. Guybrush Threepwood, Esquire, has somehow
Great big
successfully
gamers.
bested our beloved Queen Odina at all 3 of our traditional challenges. We are gathered to complete an orderly and peaceful transfer of power.
Should I sit on the throne or something? Can we transfer the crown first? I've got things to do.
Should I sit on the throne or something?
There are some customary vows.
Vows? Nobody mentioned any vowing.
Will you faithfully uphold the honor and dignity of Bermuda in your every thought and deed?
Honor and dignity? Not sure I can control my thoughts. Why not?
Why not?
And will you promise to enforce and obey the laws of Bermuda?
How many of these vows are there?
How many of these vows are there?
Not many.
Fine, I'll do it.
Fine, I'll do it.
Do you swear to defend and protect the people of Bermuda, sacrificing your own life or limbs if necessary?
This is starting to sound like a trap.
This is starting to sound like a trap.
It's just standard contractual language.
Okay, I guess I'm in.
And will you gracefully accept all challenges to your hardiness, your seriousness, and your intelligence?
Is there a flex time option? I have other commitments.
No problem.
Very well. Citizens of Bermuda, your new queen, Guybrush Threepwood.
Congratulations. If you want my advice,
Give me the crown already.
I hope you like spending all your time doing the 3 challenges. Because that's basically what your job is now. I'm off to write my memoirs.
He's like, I want this key. I have a feeling I'm no longer welcome on this island.
Oh. As your queen...
I've decided to abolish the monarchy in favor of total anarchy. Oh, Jesus. I've decided to reshape the government as a worker-owned collective. There we go.
I've decided to reshape the government as a worker-owned collective. That's why I've symbolically destroyed the crown. Why don't you all take a key? You get a key. And you get one. And you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got places to be.
I don't think he's going to be very welcome. He biddoed it. Meanwhile...
Did I ask you to give the prisoner a drink of water?
No, Captain. You did not. I was acting on my own initiative.
When I want initiative, I'll ask for it.
Of course, sir.
I need you to be a team player. And right now, the team is focused on one thing. The secret.
Yes, sir.
What is it? Out with it!
Well, it's just that some of the crew have been talking.
Tell me already!
The feeling is that the secret is not really a team goal. It's been suggested that you think that securing the secret will help you to win over Elaine Marley, which, well, frankly, sounds kind of deluded. It's not realistic, sir.
You are not to mention Elaine in my presence, and do not presume to know what I am thinking.
Sorry, Captain. This'll be the last time I bring it up.
Yes, it will be.
Okay. So where are we going now? Now we need to figure out how to get Stan to connect with Elaine to do this scurvy flyer. But let's take a look at the to-do list. Also need to get Bella Fisher's golden key, which requires us to get the quarantine ship flag. And that's it. So, LeChuck, so evil. He really is evil. Okay, so that's really... Get the 5 key. Yeah. Okay. How do we get the quarantine thing to work? How do we get Stan to help with Elaine's flyer?
I'm no expert, but this stuff looks as dirty as a bag of mud in a pigsty. It's one of the most beautiful keys I've ever seen. The pen is mightier than the sword.
Maybe you need better flyer to show the quarantine dudes. Well, that's actually part of it. Maybe that may actually be it. And the reason why is because Elaine wants the flyer to be improved, so she wants somebody with real business sense who can look at the flyer and make some suggestions and changes to it so that it's more acceptable. So you might be onto it. In other words, Stan might be... His goal might be to make it so that even the average pirate who's dumber than rocks would accept it instead of treating it like Anavax or something like that. I'm terrified of limes, which seems to be what they're commenting on. Okay, so how do we get... Hey. I like how if you let the drink sit too long, it turns gross.
Gross. Looks like day-old avocado soup.
Avocado soup. Ugh. Let's see. Okay, so that's that, right? Is Stan gonna laugh? I swear Stan just burped.
Hey, Stan.
Howdy, son.
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
Like I said, I'll be out in a month anyway. I can handle the shackles until then.
Okay, that doesn't do us any good.
I think I'll poke around a little.
You enjoy yourself, son.
You're not the biggest fan of limes yourself. You'd go for lemons, yeah. I don't remember exactly why they chose limes specifically. I mean, the British Navy, you know, the whole idea of warding off scurvy. Seems to me any of the citrus would work. Maybe limes were more accessible, I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess not. So you have to extend Stan's sentence to get him to want to break out. Actually, I don't know. That sounds logical. I do need him to break out.
Remind me what you said about Elaine's flyer.
I said she and I have got to have a meeting of the minds, and minds have got to meet face to face.
See, I don't know how to get him to do anything else. So what if I show her the flyer? Is that going to change anything?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
I promised I'd show it to a marketing expert first.
I did, but he won't. Let's see. Hey, Pi, you're off to bed. Oh, dude, get some rest. We'll see you again soon. Thank you for being here. Young Billiam there. Is it true this game features LeChuck Redemption? I have no idea. It's my first time playing it. Sorry I missed your message there. I don't know how I missed that. I caught the messages after. Yeah, indeed. Indeed, Pi. Thank you for the combo earlier. Let's see, read Elaine's note.
Are you sure you can't come talk to Stan at the ice quarry?
Absolutely sure. He'll have to come here.
Okay.
So I guess
Love
maybe
you.
you're right,
Me
Winter
too.
Slice. Maybe that is really the approach that I need to be taking. Perhaps I do need to put him in a position where he has a 10-year sentence, in which case then he would feel like he wants to break out. That seems to kind of click with him saying, I'm only going to be in here for a month. I can handle it until then. So in that case then, that means that I need to figure out how to get an affidavit for Ned. And this is Ned's license. For some strange reason, I was able to include his license here. Okay, so what do we do? What about the judge? What can I do with him now? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, a royal-looking sculpture. It's Guybrush. He's now...
It's a sculpture of yours truly. My jawline has never looked so chiseled.
Chiseled? Good joke there, buddy.
Order in the court. The court has previously recognized Ned's depth of knowledge in accounting. Do not waste the court's time by submitting redundant evidence.
I just noticed Guybrush's picture over here with a key in his mouth, looking all panicked. Okay. What the heck do I need to do? Where's Ned? I can't get an affidavit from Ned. So how else can I get an affidavit from Ned? It'd have to be... It would have to be... How do I get something in here?
Order in the court. The court has previously
Pooing the chisel.
recognized Ned's depth of knowledge in accounting. Do not waste the court's time by submitting redundant evidence.
I'm no expert, but this stuff looks as shady as an oak tree in a cave. This should be enough evidence to lock Stan up for a very long time.
See, I'm thinking the same thing. He's probably got to somehow forge it. But what's puzzling me here is that I would assume I would forge it here because... Damn it. Because there's... that. I assume that's Ned's signature. So maybe we can do something here over it. And then the signature is there. Or the affidavit is there. But what... And I've got nothing else to go in there. What am I gonna... Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. And just to be clear...
Your Honor, I resubmit these incriminating financial documents as Exhibit A in Everyone v. Stan.
The evidence is so entered. The court requires that Ned Filigree swear an affidavit if said evidence is to be accepted.
Yeah, see? So either I have to... Wait. No.
For the court, I can state that I'm Ned Filigree.
This court can establish vis-a-vis customs documents that your name is actually Guybrush Threepwood, Esquire. If I don't get order, I will clear the court. The court can only accept said documents when accompanied by a sworn affidavit of the person who is legally Ned Filigree. Court is adjourned.
I'm pretty sure I did. But I can try it one more time. Certainly wouldn't hurt.
This should clear up any issues about who I am.
Do you hereby swear under oath and penalty
thought I
of
did that.
incarceration that you are Ned Filigree and the documents you are submitting are true and legal?
I really feel like I did that. Because I thought about that. His answer is damn straight, so that's what we're going with.
Damn straight.
Order. Order in the court. There will be no more outbursts of profanity in this courtroom. In light of this new evidence, I hereby sentence Stan to 10 years of hard labor in the ice quarry with no chance of parole. Please retain this legally binding documents for your records.
Stan's going to be real happy with me. I've buried him, I've killed him, and now I got him sentenced to 10 years in jail. He is not happy with me. In light of new evidence, the defendant Smiling Stan S. Stanman is to continue at hard labor at Bermuda Ice Quarry for the deliciously appropriate and lengthy term of 10 years. Okay, Stan, now you want us to break you out. Mama said break you out. Oh wait, that's not what I meant to do.
What's up, Stan the man?
Stan the man?
I have some disturbing news about your sentence.
10 years? Oh no, I can do a month standing on my head, but not 10 years. You gotta get me out of here.
Consider it done. Hey, Stan.
You gotta get me out of here, son. I can't do 10 years.
Okay. Now I have these keys here.
Looks like a prisoner escaped. Probably through that tunnel. Hey, Stan.
You gotta get me out of here, son. I can't do 10
What a good
years.
friend. Okay, so we've got to figure out how to... Oh, good God. If it's not one thing, it's another. Let's see...
That never ends well for the knife.
No, it doesn't. And...
This key doesn't fit. This key doesn't fit.
So I need to find a key for it? Is that what it is?
You're doing a great job. Looks like a prisoner escaped. Probably through that tunnel.
Okay, so how do we get a key for the shackles?
Move along, move along.
I couldn't get the serial number for the key.
The guard is guardedly guarding the guardhouse.
Move along, move along.
So that's not it.
Stanarino.
Stanarino. Can you get the serial number for that lock? In order to get the serial... Oh, wait a minute. I didn't think about... Oh, come back here. I didn't think about using the monocle. Yeah.
I can read the serial number. I'll copy it down.
There we go. That's right. I forgot that's how we got this, the keys. Back to the ship we go and off to the Lowell locksmith on Melee Island.
Welcome back.
Hi there. Hello again. Can I get another key made?
Sure. Just write down the serial number and give it to me.
Oh, there it is.
Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. A shackle key, eh? Special extreme cold hardened version. They don't even make these shackles anymore. I guess you've had them a while?
Oh, yeah, they've been in my family for generations.
Alright, time to go break Stan out of prison. After getting him sentenced to 10 years. Poor sucker. Let's see, where is he? Alright. I should have just gone to the tunnel. It probably would have been faster.
Stan.
There it is.
Ah, freedom. Now let's get out of here before they come by to refrost the shackles.
Yes, I want
Refrost
to
the
take you to
shackles.
talk to Elaine about the lines.
Okay.
I'm so glad you could come, Mr. Stanman.
Always happy to help out a fellow entrepreneur in a non-competing industry. We'll start with branding. Lime is the residue in a bathtub. It's thin, it's unappealing. Saying it out loud sounds like whining. We need something with sizzle, with edge, like razor bombs or sour bombs or something.
I see what you mean. Guybrush, you were once a young man with adrenaline issues. What do you think?
Did anybody get the number of that donkey cart? Saber fruit, death globes, fang berries, sublimes. There we go.
Sublimes.
Let's not get too clever, son. Remember the target market. Razor bombs it is. Your promo flyer has also got to go. Now let me just show you what I'm thinking. We want snake oil, crystal vibrations. The more miraculous and improbable it sounds, the better.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable with lying.
Then we won't put it into words. We'll use a picture. Pictures don't lie, they imply. Guybrush, if razor bombs could do anything in the world for you, what would you want it to be?
I think it's Find the Secret of Monkey
Find
Island.
The Secret of Monkey Island.
Guybrush.
That's good, but I'm thinking more along the lines of a superpower.
Amazing strength. Yeah. Nah, we'll go with irresistible charm. He needs charm.
Irresistible charm?
You've already got that.
Aww.
Everybody wants to be charming. That's perfect. Now, lastly, we need a call to action. Get cold, or go dark, or take that.
Those don't mean anything.
Don't need to. It's just a short, punchy slogan that sounds like you're supposed to do something right now.
Let's see. Bite these.
Bite these.
Almost too meaningful, but I think we can work with it.
You're asking for Amazing Grace, yeah, instead of Amazing Strength.
This is your new flyer.
Razor bombs. Bite these. Prevents hair loss. Reduces belly fat. May also cure scurvy. Wow. Wow.
Show people this, and they'll be begging for your product. Name your price, firstborn, anything.
Actually, we'll be giving them away. This is a public health initiative.
What? Well, now that's just crazy talk. You don't give away the prize bull just because people need bulls, if you follow me.
I'm definitely sensing some bull here. If you,
You follow me.
Well, it's about time to close anyway. You can mail me my cut. I'm out of here. Don't follow me.
Your cut? Now, wait just a minute.
Let's see. Take the new
I'll
pamphlet.
just borrow this for a little while.
Okay, so we should be able to, now to get the guys at the quarantine ship to try my limes. Okay.
I have some exciting scurvy news for you. Read this.
Razor bombs, the new amazing miracle fruit. Regrows hair, removes belly fat. Oh, also cures scurvy. Fantastic!
Have you got any of these miracle razor bongs?
Sure thing. Right here. These little green guys.
You're sure there's no science in them?
Check the flyer. You won't find a whiff of science.
We're saved! Bite these! And
How dare they approach it with science? Okay, so now we have 3 flags.
The holes of the 3 flags line up and show one exact location. I'll mark it with an X.
Doink. Just east of us.
I'm sure they won't miss one little flag, but I'd also rather not ask. I'm sure they won't miss one little flag, but I'd also rather not ask.
Okay. I guess I have everything I can use there. He won't let me go down there.
It looks kind of bare up there now.
Oh, crap. Okay, so oh.
I long for the day that our roles are reversed.
It looks pretty clear from here.
What a chain. Oh, he can only hold his breath for 4 minutes now, huh? What is he getting older and older as time goes on?
This is really deep. I've already been diving for 4
Oh,
minutes.
that's why.
I gotta turn
Okay.
back now, or I won't be able to hold my breath long enough to return to the surface.
Oh, okay. That's why it only had 4 minutes. All right. So now
Someday, all this will be mine, and it will burn.
Is Elaine got any insight? Where is she gone? Where is she? I don't see her. Hmm. Okay. Was he back to his shipyard? Is he gonna resurrect his ship sails? Nah. I should check over here just in case. And music. Oh, wait. It's closed?
The light's off. Looks like they're closed.
Huh.
It's the Museum of Pirate Lore, but it says it's
closed. I wonder. Okay, well, whatever. Whatever. What do we have here? So how can I... Wait a minute. I think I just had an epiphany. I think I may have what I need in order to be able to do this. Okay.
We shouldn't linger too long, given the number of leaks this ship undoubtedly still has.
It looks pretty clear from here.
Maybe he can take a breath from his
This is
blowfish.
really deep. I've already been diving for 4 minutes. I've got to turn back now, or I won't be able to hold my breath long enough to return to the surface.
I mean, there we go.
My lungs are full of delicious air again.
There we go. Okay, that was the trick. It wasn't just for burping after all. Let's see.
Ooh, it's beautiful. Looks like I've tracked you down. Really far down, actually.
Wait, is she?
Greetings, fellow chum. I
She's
have a story
chum.
for you. I was bait casting dead stick from a crow's nest with a Guggen called Flambe. And then,
Just
all of a
burbing?
sudden,
As if that's not amazing enough. Hey, Butter Gamer, how you doing?
our ship was attacked by an immense kraken with 40 tentacles, like the writhing
there's the key.
fingers of the sea itself, grasping to haul us down. It began to crack the ship apart like 4 drunken wedding guests fighting over the last oyster. I lit the hull with Flambe's head so it would burn underwater, blinding as the sun and furious as the sea. The creature lit out like an old tar from a bar of soap. Of course, then we had to put out the fire. It's shiny.
Uh-oh.
That's the last key. Voodoo Shop, here I come. It's not my fault. I shouldn't
It's
have
not my
stuck
fault.
the key in there so hard.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Bella Fisher looks angry.
I'm not superstitious, but I've seen one too many angry ghosts. I better split.
How you doing, Butthurt Gamer? Meanwhile...
Threepwood has all the keys?
That's
Damn
right,
straight.
Captain. Just recovered the last one.
Prepare to set sail for Melee Island immediately.
What about my spell? It's almost ready.
I'm sure I'll find some use for it later. I'm afraid I can't say the same for you, however.
Aw, you're betraying me? I'm the one who does that. But I do respect talent in other people.
What's that? Okay. Before I go on, I want to check something. Let's see here. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I was getting a little worried that I might actually get to a point where I'm almost going to finish this game right when I end, and that's not the case. So there's one more part, part 5. Part 4 is collecting all these keys. How is he not superstitious? He literally came back from the dead.
Oh, what a great patch of ocean this is.
Did I click on that? I don't feel like I
I'm
clicked
not
on
leaving
that.
again without the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh. I see. So why don't we save this? Not that I'm really that worried. We'll put it right there.
I'd need a lot of keys to open that.
Yes, you got them. Okay. Does it matter which key goes to which one? the MacGuffin appears.
Wow.
Wow.
It's cheesier than I imagined, but still
There's
beautiful.
yet another lock.
Yeah. Oh.
He's such a wuss.
I wasn't really thinking about the possibility of yet another lock. This seems like overkill. There's no serial number. Maybe I can break it open.
He doesn't even know how to use a sledgehammer properly. It's gotta be super heavy. I'd believe it. Let's see. I choose to see it as a puzzle.
This is not a problem. I choose to see it as a puzzle.
3 points!
Of course. Hey, Bum Rocky! If he breaks his teeth on the gold, he can use it to make gold teeth, yeah.
Chuck, my old nemesis. Here we are again. Looks like this story ends the way it was always destined to end, with just you and me and the secret.
Not quite.
I don't suppose it'll do me any good to point out that you're cheating again?
I've underestimated your resourcefulness, Threepwood. But force always wins in the end. You should try it sometime.
Good luck opening that. It's well made. I tried everything I could think of for a whole minute, and I didn't make a dent in it.
Of course not. The secret can only be revealed in a ceremonial chamber located deep within the bowels of Monkey Island.
That would have been nice to know ahead of time.
It pleases me to have you live with the knowledge of how close you were to having this before I took it from you. So, I've decided not to kill you right this minute. Outside that door, the deal is off. Don't even think about following me, and count to 100 before you leave the building.
Guybrush never gets a break, does he? Let's see. 100.
Guybrush! Whiteybones said she saw you come in. Are you all right?
No. I mean, yes, I'm fine.
Do you want to talk about it?
LeChuck has the secret, and he's headed for the bowels of Monkey Island.
The caverns underneath the big monkey head?
There's no time to lose. Let's talk on the way.
Beneath the monkey head. And this is the beginning of part 5. This is the final part. 100 easy, yeah.
That did seem like a better way to get here than making the potion. I'll definitely have to take notes next time.
Yes, I just hope it turns out to be worth all the effort.
Whatever. That was easy.
I'm not talking about the trip over. I mean all the work you've done leading up to it. Not to mention the trail of destruction you've left in your wake.
As usual. You know what they say about omelets and eggs?
You know what they say about omelets and eggs.
Well, I haven't seen the omelette yet. Just a lot of eggs.
The omelet is the secret of Monkey Island. And I don't know that I'd say lots of eggs. A few eggs.
Odina told me an exciting story about what happened on Bermuda. Apparently, you managed to destroy a priceless traditional artifact and the government of an entire island in 5 minutes flat. That's quite impressive. Even for you.
Jeez, that sounds scarily accurate right now.
It took way more than 5 minutes. I had to win a bunch of contests first.
Yes, Odina told me your joke. Uncomfortable under the arms. Quite funny.
Quite funny.
Odina also thinks you cheated on your algebra test and tried to poison her.
And tried to poison her.
It's the contest of intelligence, not the contest of algebra. I proved my intelligence by cheating successfully.
You are very clever.
Incidentally, I think you might also be royalty now, since you're married to me.
I thought something felt different this morning. But I was talking about breaking eggs. Did you know the Museum of Pirate Lore has shut down?
You don't say.
2 of its prize exhibits went missing. Curiously, there was only one name in the guest book.
Gotta hatch a few eggs to make the chickens, to make the omelets. Well, that really makes you wonder what came first, the chicken or the egg.
I used a pseudonym. How did you know it was me?
Mighty Pirate. It wasn't hard to figure out.
Doesn't everyone use that one?
Herman Toothrot is also a little upset with you. He says you took his key and left him in a dark cave.
I would have notified the authorities eventually. It's been determined by zoologists that the egg came first. I don't know how they'd prove that, but I'll just take their word for it because I have no skin in that game. I have no idea. The magic sign only works with one person. Oh, yeah.
The magic sign only works with one person, and I didn't have any way to know that in advance.
Well, you'll be happy to know he made it out. I rescued him myself.
I am happy to know that. Thanks. Remind me why we're talking about all this?
It's just, I'm worried that the secret can't possibly measure up to the effort and anticipation. What exactly are you expecting to find?
Riches, glory. Well, riches and glory were 2 of the reasons he stated, I believe, in the first one, right?
Glory. I won't just be plain old Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate anymore.
No? I've always liked him.
But now, I'll be Guybrush Threepwood, secret finding mighty pirate, which is way better.
Well, be careful what you wish for. Here we go. Just like, old times. Are you ready for the caverns?
Chickens are descended from dinosaurs which laid eggs, so the egg came before the chicken, but which came first, the dinosaur or the egg? I've always, it's one of those questions that I've always kind of pondered with no real authority on such a question. It's a bit beyond me, but one of the thoughts that occurred to me was over a very long period of time, I guess they started out as a smaller celled, more minimal celled creature and just kept expanding until they became complex enough. They started to develop a protectionary method to birth them somehow. I don't know. The egg came first because the first chicken had to come out of an egg which had to have been laid by something that wasn't a chicken. Chickens, but something had to have been born before it. It still goes back to that first question: what came first, metaphorically, the egg or the chicken? Where do you draw the line between chicken and dinosaur? And it could even be, hey, Gary, how you doing, by the way? Can you not say it even go back further with saying what came first to begin at all? It's turtles. All the way down, it's all turtles. It's really cats.
I remember them. There are mushrooms. Big
ones.
Oh, Guybrush. Even in the caverns, probably only 80% of those are deadly poison.
How about I remove your liver so you don't have to worry about it?
Well, well. You go on ahead, sweetie. I'll catch up.
Elaine's so confident. How am I doing? I'm actually doing really well. Sadly, I'm at like the perfect pause point for the game. And technically I'll be ending in just a few minutes. Anyway, since I don't have anything in my to-do list done yet, I'm going to take advantage of it. Let's see here. We'll save that right there. You posted a pic in Pet's channel. Oh, thank you, Abstractism. I'll take a look at that here in just a moment. And that's why eggs are egg-shaped, because cats design them. Because cats are lazy. Why run after a ball when you can have an egg rolling in circles instead? Wobbling silly. That one's from this morning when he woke up. Latte is such a cool little floof. Let's see there. Red alarm. Red alarm. Oh, she really is adorable. And I can see her smallish size. I mean, she's only 5 months. She'll grow, I'm sure. Oh. That is a beautiful kitty cat. I love that white. I love that white. She is such a pretty girl. Yeah. Mystic's over there staring at the bedroom door, waiting for Coffee to come out. He's like, I know she's coming. All right. I am sorry I'm ending a little bit early tonight, but primarily because we just started part 5, which is the final part of Return to Monkey Island. I might finish it next Tuesday. I don't know. It might take 2 more streams, but I would assume just 2 more streams to complete. So I'm actually, yeah. What is up next will be for a Sierra game, will be actually Colonel's Bequest. Thank you for 8-Bit Gamers. And Gary, sorry for ending. You just popped in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. But yeah, I am going to go ahead and call it a night. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I really appreciate the raid earlier. Oh, wow. Got a shout out yesterday. I didn't even see it until just now. It just showed up in there. Oster Azu, thank you so much for the raid earlier. And Master Gregor, thank you for gifting the sub to Yuli Witness as well. And yes, and Stephen Malofsky, I didn't say this. Thank you for the stream streak. I didn't catch that until just now. Also had a follow. Thank you for the follow. It looks like that happened. Oh, that happened earlier this morning. Yeah. Anyway, thank you all for being here. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. You guys go get some rest or perhaps find another stream. I'm sure there's plenty of great retro streamers out there that would love to have you in their chat. So be safe, everybody. I'll see you guys possibly Thursday night. I'm not sure what I'm streaming on GogCon, but we'll be over there. And then on Friday morning, we'll be back with more Albion, ranting and raving. Actually, no, I cheated. I got lots of inventory stuff. See you guys later. Be safe. Have a wonderful week. And yeah, good night all.